Starts in early 2023. It was winter time and I was suffering from some seasonal depression. If you know or have experienced seasonal depression, when you're not getting a whole lot of sunlight, when it's cold, it's cloudy, it's gloomy. Some people are more susceptible to feeling some depressive symptoms in that type of weather. So it was early 2023. It was the winter time. I live on the East Coast, Southeast, and not too far south that it was hot, but it was definitely very cold. So I was going through my seasonal depression.
I'm so sorry. Hey, y'all. I kind of need a mic check because my sound is not working right. Hello, hello, everybody. I was trying to do my intro, but my sound isn't doing what I needed to do. Can you guys hear that video? It says, okay, so I wonder why.
And I have never really known.
Why is that doing that? That's weird. Did I forget how to use StreamYard that quickly? Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. Hi. Like the stream as you're coming in. I'm having a da-da-da moment. Share. What is happening? Why is this not coming through my headphones? Oh, sure.
What to do about it. It's
I don't like that. Make it stop. Oh God. Help. Hey y'all. I'm sorry, give me a second. Now I'm mad. What is this? Um audio. Can you guys hear me okay? Test test. But my sorry. External. Okay. Hold on. Me. Test, test, test. Okay. What a flop. What a flippity floppity floop. Sorry, y'all. Also share audio. Okay, y'all can hear me. Oh God, I look crazy. Hold on.
step weight
There we go.
loss.
That's better.
I was scrolling on Instagram or
Okay.
Facebook or something like that, and I
Sorry.
saw a quote that
I
said
hear on my
something
mouth.
to the
Hold on.
effect of try being depressed while lifting weights. I don't
Okay. I've messed up the whole intro. I messed up. All right. Okay, I messed it up. Hello, Holly. Holly, give me a smoke, gang. Hello, sunshine. Hello. Jim, what you mean? Who's this? Hi. Hello, sunshine. Hello, you guys. Hello. Sunshine, stop being so vain, okay? Stop being so vain about me clavicles. I hope you all are having a good night. I was planning on doing a bit of a kickback stream, but as I started making my notes, I realized there was actually a topic that I wanted to talk about. But I'm just gonna start out with this video that is at the very beginning of my channel over a year ago. And I just thought it would be nice to reflect on where I've come from, um, considering we're about to go into a new year and we've been talking about our goals lately and our objectives for the new year or as the year comes to an end. So I thought it would be nice to just reflect on how far I've come, especially sometimes y'all know I be hard on myself and feeling like I ain't made no progress at all. But I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna react to my own video. It's 20 minutes long, so I'm just gonna let part of it play as people come in. Please like the stream as you come in, and then we will get into the topic.
know why
What was going on with my nails? Were my nails green? Oh my god. I don't know why.
that
Okay.
resonated with me. I have had personal trainers in the past. I have worked out before, but at this time I was not working out. So when I saw this quote, I knew how I had been feeling, and I knew I also wasn't in the gym. Try lifting weights while being depressed, or try being depressed while lifting weights. Don't know why it resonated with me, but it did. So I would say the very next day I decided to hit the gym. I have a gym in my apartment complex, so I immediately started with weight training. The goal at the time was not
I'm not gonna lie. I often don't go back on my channel and watch videos. I don't recognize myself. Like I know I've made tremendous progress with weight loss, but like I don't recognize this person. And that's kind of like, it's a little sad, a little scary. I'm not really sure how to feel about it. I don't recognize her. Like, I don't have a strong attachment to like that. And I also have a job for my moderators tonight, but I'll wait for some more of you to get here before I lay that out.
actually to lose weight. I think at this time I was about 215 pounds, and I was feeling okay. I actually wasn't feeling that bad about how I looked or, my actual weight. I just wanted to get into the gym to get my energy better and to improve my mood. I started out with weight training 3 days per week, and I mostly focused on my lower body because I figured that for once in my life, I wanted to try to actually build a booty. It did work. It worked to give me the booty I wanted mostly. And it also worked to die down a lot.
Let me tell y'all something. I guess I am going to react to it. Let me tell y'all something. That booty is gone.
3 days per week, and I mostly focused on my lower body because I
It's
figured
gone.
that for once in my life, I wanted to try to actually
Oh, hold
build
on,
a
Jen. Let me
booty.
see.
It did work. It worked to give me the booty I wanted mostly, and it also
Okay. Can I turn the video up? Yes, I think so. Is it too fast? I can slow it back down. Hold on. Let me know if the 1.5 was too fast or you prefer the normal speed. Y'all, I don't have that button no more. What was that? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? I don't have that no more. No, no, no. No, no, no. Okay. All right. Speed was good. So let me go back to 1.5.
work to
Let me
die
know if
down a
that
lot of
volume is
those
better,
depressive
Jen.
symptoms that I was feeling for that time of year.
Okay.
I did end up losing weight unintentionally. I think I might have lost maybe 3 to 5 pounds. Honestly, don't know. I wasn't getting on a scale at that time, and I will insert some pictures of how I looked at that time. I felt pretty confident. I ended up going to Orlando for my birthday, which was in March. The pictures that you will see are going to be probably from that trip. I felt pretty good. There were a couple of outfits that I felt like I was still kind of bulging out of, but for the most part, I felt pretty good. I was about 210 pounds now by this time. So I started planning for a Mexico trip that was going to be happening in the spring of 2023. So I'm like, I want to lose a little bit more weight. And I decided to do some body contouring. Now, alongside with the gym and the body contouring, I also decided to this time try to change my diet just a little bit, the usual, removing a lot of processed foods, which I tend to have some success with, or I would say a lot of success with. I ended up losing another 10 pounds before my trip to Mexico. So this left me at about
Always losing weight for a trip. Always losing weight for a trip. It never fails. Let's continue.
200 pounds. I think technically I ended up at 199. And I would say in the past 2 to 3 years, this would have to be the moment that I felt the absolute most confident. I wore a bikini for the very first time. I just got into showing my stomach probably within the last few years. I love me a good crop top, but a bikini, no. So this was a
Would you believe? Okay, weight loss is so weird. Would you believe that? I don't think it's me being more self conscious. I think it's me being more conscious. I would be, and I thought I looked great at that time, but I would be more conscious of wearing a bikini now or showing my stomach now or wearing something revealing now. Like I would be more conscious of it, meaning like I would question it more than I did at that weight. Like I would question whether or not it looks good more now. Is that weight blindness? Like I don't know what that is. Cause I felt, and I would say that picture probably was about 25 pounds ago, 30 maybe. So I don't know.
first time I ever wore one of those, and I loved it. It was great. I felt really good about myself. My energy was good. My clothes fit amazingly well. I was still lifting weights. Even when I went to Mexico, this was the first time I actually went to a gym while on vacation. Yeah, I did that. So it was going great. I found my
That was a big deal at the time.
groove. I found my rhythm, and I was really doing well. I don't know what happened after Mexico of 2023. That was May or April. I don't know what happened. I got home, and I guess I don't know why, but I guess I lost my motivation. I was able to maintain my weight
You
loss for
don't
maybe about
say.
a month. I'll insert another picture that If I remember, I'll check the date of it to see how long after Mexico it was, but it was another picture where I felt great, looked great, everything was going well. And then it stopped just out of nowhere. I don't remember
You missed out.
changing my diet. I know I did. I know I did because I remember when the weight loss stopped. I remember starting to gain weight back, but this thing that I do is like whenever I lose a certain amount of weight, right, I'll feel really good about myself. And because I'll feel
Hey,
good, I'll
Sydney.
get lazy and I'll stop doing the things that actually work. The diet changes, the exercise, whatever else.
Who else has done that in the past? You are losing weight for a particular goal, or maybe because you're ready to lose weight and you get some weight off and you kind of get confident, not vain, but like you kind of get comfortable. I'll say instead of confident, you kind of get comfortable and then you stop doing the things that worked. I think more often than not, people stop doing the things that work rather than people like whatever was working just stopped working, right? I think we say that the things stop working, and that's true for a lot of people, but a lot of the time we just stop doing the things that work. If you haven't already, please like the stream and leave us a comment. This was a year ago, well, over a year ago. This was closer to the start of my channel, so this was maybe like August, September, something like that.
So I remember getting back from Mexico and nothing like I don't know I don't even know what to say. Like I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't eating right. I guess because I didn't have a specific goal to meet anymore, I just stopped. Within 2 months, I've noticed that the weight was definitely coming back and it was coming back quickly. My clothes wasn't quite fitting the same. I was bulging more than usual. If I have a picture from there, I'll show that. But I was avoiding the scale. And
Thank you,
so I don't
Sydney.
have numbers for this particular time. I remember missing one.
This is why we take the scale on vacation now. Did y'all hear what I just said? I knew the weight was coming back and it was coming back fast. Like this is the first time I ever noticed like weight gain as it was happening. It came back super duper fast. And that scale was the antichrist. I didn't step on that scale. I think I might have hit it too. I think I might have hid the scale in my closet or something. I wasn't stepping on that scale because I knew I was regaining the weight. But I just kept telling myself, you know what to do to get it off. You know what to do to get it off. But I wasn't actually doing it. This is why we don't hide from the scale now. And if the scale is not your thing, then we don't hide from former fitting clothes, or we don't hide from taking measurements, or we don't hide from taking photos. You will trick yourself out of holding yourself accountable if the weight starts to go up. Okay. Um, oops. Are you on the shot in the video? Yes, I am. I had just started. So I probably was like a month in, maybe. I was about a month in. Oh, thank you, sunshine. Um, been there, and once I got off track, it was so hard to get things going again. This was the one time in my life that I'm describing. Like I went through a whole history of yo-yoing, but that last time around before Zepbound or compound Tirzepatide, I could not get my mind right. I could not get back to the things that were working. Okay, so I have a few moderators here now, or a couple. So here's the deal. Here's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to keep me honest tonight. I didn't put us on a time limit because we're just going to let the stream flow. But if y'all feel like I'm getting off on a tangent or getting into the weeds or kind of being long-winded and I've already made my point, y'all let me know, okay? Y'all don't gotta say, okay, you're being long-winded, but find a way to let me know in the chat. Maybe we need to come up with a signal or something. Because I'm really gearing up to transition into some shorter form content on TikTok, and I gotta be, more sharp about my timing. Okay, so y'all let me know. I'm expecting that of my moderators. Be nice though. Don't be like, okay, Vanity, move on. Shut up. All right.
One day of the gym and that's spiraling into days and weeks of no longer going to the gym and pretty much just really eating whatever I wanted. The more weight I gained, the more discouraged I became because I've yo-yo dieted. Like I've lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. I know how to stop my weight gain. I may not know how to jump right back into losing it, or I'll know, but I won't necessarily do what it takes to jump right back into losing it. But whenever I feel my weight getting out of control, I at least know how to stop it. I know the exact diet changes to stop it. For some reason, that did not kick in. I was in denial. I knew I was gaining weight, but I was like, oh, I still look good. I still feel good. I still look good. I still feel good.
I did not know I said that in this video. I did not know I said I was in denial. I didn't say that. Oh my God. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, I'm still doing YouTube. I just want to get into some shorter form content, like quick points that I can get out, but I get very long winded. So my mods will help me out with that. Keep sticking to my point.
Even though my clothes weren't fitting the same, I was becoming like a little insecure about the weight gain because I had, I was flexing a little bit in that bikini in Mexico. So at this point, I was no longer posting pictures. I wasn't stepping on the scale. I was just like, I'll get back to it eventually. The summer comes. My boyfriend moves to where I live. We move in together, and the weight just keeps piling on. It just keeps piling on, and it just keeps piling on. And for a while there, I was like, oh, it's happy fat. Even though I was gaining weight before he got here, it really picked up once he got here because we were going out to eat. He loved to make me pancakes in the morning.
I've been snitching on Tommy since the beginning of my channel. That's a damn shame.
We were just eating a lot of junk food, and yeah, it was an interesting time. And I'm like, oh, it's happy fat, it's happy fat, it's happy fat. It wasn't happy fat, it was lazy fat. If I had to guess, I gained about 20 pounds in 4 months. And I still didn't do anything about it. Fast forward to Christmas of 2023. I think this is where I hit my rock bottom. There are not many times in my life where I have just completely felt unattractive, didn't like the way I looked, felt just straight up not pretty. And Christmas was probably my rock bottom. I hate those Christmas pictures. Maybe I'll insert it if you see it. Yikes! I did not feel good. I did not feel good about myself, and it wasn't just it wasn't just in an aesthetic way. I physically didn't feel good. I physically didn't feel healthy. Mentally, I didn't feel good. And now it's December going into January again. And you know what that means? Seasonal depression is kicking in again. So there's no gym, there's no eating right, there's no focus, there's no concentration, there are no.
Girl, what is you talking about? We doing all of that this year. Now, part of the reason why I wanted to review this video is because I wanted to see if I've had any like type of shift in mindset, and it's good to reflect back. That is a shift in mindset that I've had because I'm talking about some ain't no this, ain't no that. SAD kicking in, ain't no goddamn way is what I'm saying this year. I just came from the gym before, like, about 2 hours ago. Yeah, we not on that type of timing no more at all, at all.
Goals. I just wasn't having it. My birthday comes back around in March, and I don't even take any pictures.
Nope.
I have no pictures of my 28th birthday
At
because
all.
I felt like a cow. I hated it.
No evidence.
I think I topped out at 242 pounds in somewhere between March and April. I started to get on a scale again because I wanted to get ready for my niece's wedding that was happening in April. I'm like, all right, I got 6 to 8 weeks to at least lose 10, 15 pounds. I don't know if that math is right, but whatever. I wanted to lose some weight for this wedding. It didn't happen. I managed to go to this wedding at my highest weight of 200. I would not get my eating under control. I don't know what it was. Like, moderation was not working for me. Typically in the past, if I want to get my eating under control, I have to remove entire food groups for a period of time. But I convinced myself I didn't have to do that this time. Plus, it was harder considering my boyfriend was not eating the same. He was not trying to eat the same diet I was. So a lot of the times, I was more so eating like him than he would eat like me if I was changing my eating. I went to this wedding at my highest weight of 242 pounds, and I hated it. I said hate a lot in this video. That's because I hated it. But I'll show a picture of me in the dress somewhere here. And to be honest, I really, really love this dress. I just hate the way the pictures, pictures.
Bestie, I didn't know I put this picture in this video. That's my bestie. Sydney says, what do you feel looking at and listening to that version of yourself? I just don't recognize that version of myself, and it wasn't that long ago. I'm listening for excuses. I'm listening for changes in my mindset. Even when I said just now, like I would not get my eating under control. It was true. I wouldn't. I feel like it is a choice at some point, right? Like, because if you get your eating under control and then the weight still doesn't come off, that's one thing. I didn't even do that much. Like, I was trapped in my eating. I was trapped. So, that part I do remember, but for the most part, like, I don't know. I don't really recognize this version of myself. March 31st, I am an Aries, the first sign and the best sign of the zodiac. Hey Deanna, hi, how long has it been and how many pounds have you lost? This was a year and a half ago. This was over a year ago. Has it been half yet? Maybe let's say a year and a half. And I've lost 60 pounds. sometimes 65. I'm gaining and losing the same 5 pounds right now. Okay, Holly, you're driving and listening. Okay, girl, drive safe.
To tell you the truth, you'll look in the mirror and see one thing, but when somebody takes a picture of you that you are not in control of, it'll tell you the truth. And I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with these pictures. But I would say, even though this was my highest weight, I felt good about myself, as far as like I did feel really beautiful in the dress. So that did a lot to kind of lift my spirits, if you will. After the wedding, I was going back to Mexico. I'm always going somewhere. So that also means I went back to Mexico, now at my highest weight of 242 pounds. Again, I didn't want to take a lot of pictures. Whatever pictures I
Airport
do have, I'll
outfit.
insert them here.
Hold on, let me go back. Just so y'all know,
242 pounds.
this is how I was pulling up to the airport. Okay. Even at my highest weight, even at my lowest level of confidence. Okay. I'm going to channel my inner Ashley Dalton at this moment. And this is well before I'm just now getting into Ashley. So this is just my mentality. Go to the airport dressed. Get dressed, people. Get dressed. Now, I was at my highest weight, so I didn't have a lot of options. I didn't care for this outfit necessarily, but I had to try. I had to do something. I was not about to just go to the airport and go on vacation in baggy sweats and leggings, and I was not doing that. So, yeah, that's how I went to the airport.
Pounds. Again, I didn't want to take a lot of pictures. Whatever pictures I do have, I'll insert them here. It was hit or miss about how I felt. It was really hard.
Let's go back a
find clothes
little bit.
How I felt. Pictures I do have.
Okay. I hate this picture, but I knew I was going to have this moment where I would reflect back on this stuff. That's why I put some of these pictures in this video. I didn't want to take this picture, but I took it because I already knew what the plan was, right? Like I knew the plan was to look back at this at some point. No. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
I'll insert them here. It was hit or miss about how I felt. It was really hard to find clothes that fit. I'm a big Shein shopper. I know fast fashion is a no-no, but I am a big Shein shopper. I buy my clothes online because I can typically find my size. For once, I couldn't find my size. At 242 pounds, I think I was pushing 3X, 4X. I mean, bathing suits, definitely 3X, 4X. Could barely find bathing suits that would fit. Pants were pushing, I think, like a 2X. Shirts, large is tight. I've worn a large most of my life, and now a large is tight. I need like an extra large. Dresses, probably like a 1X, 2X. It was crazy, and it was really disappointing to not be able to find clothes. So that was enough motivation for me to be like, okay, I need to get my shit together. So I go to Mexico. I have a good time. I decided that once I get back home, it is game on. I was ready to hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got home, I decided that I was going to completely remove flour from my diet. At the time,
Oh God, again with the gluten free. I've tried since this time. I've tried to go gluten free like 8 times, and it always comes back to get me. It's haunting me. Hi, sweetie. Sweetie says, hey Vio, I love this new hair. Thank you so much, girl. I remember watching you back then. That's why I follow and support you because you have crushed your journey. Sweetie, it's like finding out that like your celebrity crush like has known you the whole time. You're my celebrity crush, sweetie. But thank you so much for all of your support. I was geeked when I found out that you were watching me for so long and then fell out of the clouds. So thank you so much for all of your support. It was rough back then, okay? It was rough. Kim says, hello, Kim. The pictures, I recently looked at some pictures from about a year and a half ago and couldn't believe that's how I looked. Crazy, but I didn't feel as big as I was and looked in those pictures. Yeah, see, that's my point. Like you couldn't keep, I said it I think I might have said it in this video, but you couldn't keep me out of a crop top even at my highest weight. And now I just be like I be having moments. I be having moments, and I don't think it's necessarily like I don't think like okay. So let me tell y'all this, right? I don't think it's always body dysmorphia. I think the more weight we lose, the more sensitive we become to body fat. Does that make sense? So like when I'm looking at people in the world and when I'm looking at myself now, less seems like excess. Am I making like okay, we would all say that 20 pounds overweight is a lot, right? But it may not look like much. It may not look like much. um people would see me now at 40 pounds overweight and wouldn't think that I need to lose much weight at all. So our sensitivity to what is excessive is like desensitized as a country. But when you start to lose weight, you start to gain some sensitivity to what looks like a lot of weight. So now, like back then, that I knew 242 was too much, but 200 didn't seem like a lot. Now at like 180, 179, I'm bouncing back and forth between like 176, 179, 180. Um, it feels like way too much. It feels like so weight loss has adjusted my perspective on what I consider to be too much weight, if that makes sense. A vacation memory pic of me from 5 years ago, 40 pounds ago, popped up today and I almost didn't recognize myself. Definitely don't. Great live, sweet tea. Oh, sweet tea, I missed a live of yours. I'm sorry, girl. Hey JC, good evening. Working on earrings. Oh, okay. Okay. Are you making earrings for like me? Can I have some? Hello, JC. You completely understand. Okay. And please hit the like. Please, please, please hit the like. I wanted to definitely take this time to reflect as we transition into the new year. We are going to be talking about decluttering our lives together, from our digital lives to physical things to people to our mindset. We are decluttering, okay, in efforts to lose the weight. Sometimes our environment can affect, our weight loss journey. I forgot that I set up a poll asking if you've ever fasted for spiritual reasons. Let me see where that poll is. If you haven't already, please go ahead and vote in the poll. um Most people said, oh, y'all were really participating. Thank y'all. Most people said yes, that you have fasted for spiritual reasons. Okay, so the reason that I asked is because that's something I've been considering lately. I don't follow any particular religion, but I've been feeling the need to fast for reasons other than weight loss, like to achieve a level of one clarity but self control. I feel like I've been lacking in discipline and self control lately. Um, and I think that fasting is a good way to kind of get back in touch with yourself. Okay. So I've been wondering about that. But if you haven't already, please go ahead and vote in the poll.
I was reading the book Wheat Belly, and it talks about the effects of wheat on the human body and how it causes weight gain and a lot of psychological problems as well. It can affect your mood. And I have removed wheat in the past before to help improve my mood when I'm feeling more on that depressive side. And it, chef's kiss, it definitely has worked for me. But I always incorporate it back into my diet because it's just easier to find foods that are made with flour. So I did that and I was able to lose about 10 pounds on my own just by doing that in about a month. And after a month, I decided to try to slowly reincorporate the wheat back into my diet. It was around Father's Day. I was taking my dad and my boyfriend out for dinner. So I decided to have some bread and it was okay. I decided that because I felt so good for the month that I wasn't eating wheat, I didn't want to go too crazy, but I did want to try to incorporate some back into my life since I wasn't going to be gluten free or flour free or wheat free for the rest of my life. I struggled to get back into the gym at this time. I would start and stop and start and stop. For some reason, I just could not get the momentum and the energy to consistently go. I fluctuated between about 235 to 238 pounds for about a month. Now, at this time, I'm experimenting with my diet, trying removing sugar, adding back. I lasted about 3 days without sugar. That was terrible. Trying to figure out how much wheat I can still have in my diet while feeling good, still having good energy, and still being able to lose weight. I forgot to mention around this time, I also went back to body contouring to kind of help motivate me with some quick losses. I didn't lose any actual weight with the body contouring, but I did lose about an inch off of my waist, which at least helped me feel better. And
If you don't know what I'm talking about, the body contouring that I'm referring to is a cosmetic. I don't even know if you could say cosmetic, but like I'm not sure what the proper word is, but it's where they try to remove fat, not try to effectively remove fat from beneath the skin. So that's done via injections beneath the skin, or ultrasonic technology where they will use sound waves to burst the fat cells. And it's effective as a spot treatment. So I definitely think in hindsight it was a mistake to do that at my highest weight because I didn't realize that like removing with so much weight on my body, right? My skin was obviously stretched out. So with removing fat from the surface, it caused my skin to sag, and I damn near developed an apron belly to the point where I had to slow down because the fat loss was so fast. And it like I said in the video, it doesn't really cause you to drop pounds, but it like it causes you to see quick inches loss, and that can be, you know, quite motivating. Okay. Sweet Tea is down to 219. Congratulations, Sweet Tea. I don't remember where you were before. So how much weight loss is that now? Because I know you were stalled. So congratulations. You have a new respect for the regular livers. It is not, it's fun, but it's not easy. It can be tiresome. I think it's our walking challenge. So if you missed it, or if anybody missed it, Sydney suggested that we continue that throughout January, and by we I mean y'all, because I ain't been walking. My trainer had me on an elliptical today doing intervals, like fast for 30 seconds, slow, then fast and slow, then fast and slow. So yeah, like my mind ain't been right to get to walking, but I promise I will get my head back in the game as far as the walking. So yes, we are going to continue walking through December. We're going to be walking all through winter so that by the time we get to the spring, the people that are just getting outside when that weather breaks, we're going to be 10 steps ahead of them. Shout out to Morgan and Tommy for keeping us on our toes. Oh God. Yeah, I have been hovering around 225 to 28. Oh my God. Well, then that's wonderful. If you were hovering between like, you know, you bouncing back and forth for 4 months, sweetie, I thought your stall was a lot longer than that. So 4 months, well, 4 months is bad when we spending this money on this medication. Okay, so let me not say that, but you know, I thought it was a lot longer. So congratulations on breaking busting. That's a bust. That's not even a break. That's a bust through that stall. Congratulations, sweetie. The walking challenge has really got me moving. Finally, gonna try to keep it going as part of my lifestyle. Absolutely. So the point is, you guys still have the app. We also have the app. Keep checking in with each other. Keep pushing yourselves to. It's a forever challenge, right? Just keep getting it in with the walking. Yeah, it was 4 to 5 months. Yeah, I know that sucks. I've been there 6 months, 5 6 months. I've been there. It sucks. So congratulations to you, sweetie. I know that must be really exciting.
Get into my clothes more comfortably. Now, I had decided that I was interested in liposuction. I did not get it, but I decided I was interested in it, and I wanted to do the research to figure out, you know, what plastic surgeon I wanted to go to and things like that. I was looking at plastic surgeons, and I found one that I was potentially interested in. But when I was looking at their website, I stumbled across a weight loss section. Okay, what is this? And when I went to the weight loss section, it mentioned semaglutide and tirzepatide. Now I had no idea what that was. I had heard of Ozempic before, but I just wasn't interested enough into. I wasn't interested enough to actually do the research into it. The social medias made me feel like this was just something that celebrities was doing, and I just didn't have the patience to actually look into it. I didn't think it was for me. But when I looked into semaglutide and tirzepatide, I figured out that semaglutide was the active ingredient in Ozempic, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of research. And the information I found was, I
Hey,
felt
Sway.
so left behind. I was so surprised at the information I had found. I'm like,
Did anybody else feel that when you found like compound tirzepatide or compound semaglutide or Wegovy or Zepbound? I felt like there was a secret being kept that I wasn't being let in on, and I stumbled across the secret. Like I felt some type of way. Was that anybody else?
where was this when I was struggling with my weight for the past year? I was struggling with my eating. Oh, it was around, but I was avoiding the health section of the interconnect because I was in denial about my weight gain. I went down the rabbit hole of Ozempic, and of course, of course, naturally, that led me down a rabbit hole of Manjaro. I'm not gonna lie, I very quickly decided that this is a thing. This is happening. Like, I chose a telehealth company. I did my research. I figured out what other people were doing. I pretty much just made this decision on my own. And you know, the telehealth companies pretty much just do a quick kind of like health history. They decide if you're a good candidate and they send you the medication. So I did my health history. I paid for the medication, and
I'm not gonna lie, it was scary how easily I got tirzepatide. This internet, oh, it's not an internet medication. Let me not do that. But with a quick little 1-2 research, sign up, put my credit card information in, and it was on its way. I'm not gonna lie, it was scary. Now, do I want people to have to jump through more hoops to get the same benefits that I got? No. I mean, if they want to make it available, like you know, I'm kind of glad it wasn't harder, but it's like I had no doubt because I was doing the research. Like I had no doubt, and then people's personal experiences. I didn't have any doubt, but it was just like this is way too easy. This is way, 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 way too easy. Michelle says trainers are everything. Started mine in mid October. First month I'm down 16 pounds a month. Oh my gosh. Okay, Michelle, you are killing it. That's crazy. I haven't lost any weight since having my trainer, but I've definitely been losing inches. My recomp has been insane in just a matter of 3 weeks. I'm now on to my fourth week. I'm sorry, but it's jarring how different you look. Not just weight, but overall glow and spark you have. Thank you, Kim. That is why I'm on this like tip of not really having a whole lot of I don't feel apologetic about telling people to lose the weight. Even the people that are like, I don't want to get too small. Whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Lose the weight. Lose it. Get it off. Get it off now. Get it off now. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. And every now and again, I'll come across these TikToks where people are like so upset that other people are losing weight. And it's like, girl, you do not have to be afraid. You do not have to. I heard Tess Holiday is even trying to lose weight now, and people were coming for her. You do not have to be scared. You do not have to be afraid. There are people that Ozempic is a serious option for them, but they won't pull the trigger because they're afraid of the side effects. And I don't mean like the sickness and stuff like that. I mean like, you know how with Zepbound people be like, thyroid cancer, kind of like that. And it's just like, okay, but you have to also understand when the benefits of doing something outweigh the risk. But I don't know. It's just so many people that are going to stay overweight because they're just afraid to be different. They're just afraid. I was skeptical at first, but after a month on Zepbound via Lily Direct made me a true believer. Yeah. Um, yes, cross that bridge later. Let's get skinny. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people like, okay, if you why do you have to make so many excuses to stay big? If you want to stay big, stay big. I'm just gonna tell you that you shouldn't. And then you just gonna have to curse me out. And I'm gonna be like, now that you're done, okay, now that you're done, let me tell you like 18 reasons why your life is going to be so much better. Like listen, nobody, unless you are underweight, nobody is going to convince me that being overweight is better than being a normal weight. An average, I can't even say average because average is now overweight and obese is right behind it. So it's like we're trying to be above average if you think about it, right? I think 70% of the country is overweight, 75% or something like that. And then there's like a 45% obesity rate. So by default, we're trying to be above average. How does that make y'all feel? Because I'm perfectly fine with that. Like, I have no desire to be average. Average is now overweight. So for real, Tess Holiday is trying to lose weight. That's what I heard. And I saw a video. I should have saved it, but um I saw somebody reacting to her TikTok talking about it. And I was just like, good for her. Fine, whatever. Like, but the problem is, like, if I go easy on her, then I gotta go easy on Lizzo because they're basically the same person. They're basically the same person. Yeah, you have to listen to your body and not move up a dose just because. Yeah, I agree. My prior, uh, maybe doctor or telehealth just put in a prescription and walked off. Um, didn't tell me anything, nor did she know anything. That's why she is my prior primary. I researched for months on my own before taking it. Okay. Yeah, it took me about 2 hours. Maybe not 2 hours, but it took me about a day. It didn't take me months of research because I'm a what I would call a hyper consumer. So like once I find information that I'm interested in, I can't turn it off. Right. So I'm binge listening to videos. I'm binge researching. um it's like nonstop, nonstop, nonstop. So it didn't take me long. It didn't take me long at all. It was very obvious that this was going to be good for me. What is your goal? Do you have a weight goal? Or look, I have a weight goal based on the BMI, which I know people don't like. I would like to be within a normal weight range for my height. Well, my original goal was just 100 pounds because I like round numbers or whole numbers. So I was at 242. So my original goal is 142 because that's just an even 100. But based on what I've looked researched, that's heading back into overweight zone, the overweight zone for me, but just barely. Like I would be okay. I think health wise I would be okay at 142, but I would like to build in a buffer of about 10 pounds in case I gain weight, which we don't want to, but stuff happens. So I think I'm gonna go beyond the 140, if that makes sense. So maybe like 130, 135, so that if I gain any weight, I'll just be hitting the tip of, the end of my normal weight range, because I don't want to be more than 10 pounds outside of my ideal weight. I know people don't like the way we come to the conclusion on the ideal weight. It is a flawed system, but that's what we got. And I honestly, I think I'm okay with it for now, at least.
And guess what? I took another trip. I went to Vegas. I went to Vegas, and when I left for Vegas, I was at 235 pounds. So that's the weight that the telehealth company received. When I got back from Vegas after the weekend, I was up to 238.
Yes, I
Surprise,
was too.
surprise. I've been
Yes.
bouncing back and forth between the two. I got back from Vegas and I started my first injection. My starting weight was at 238. So if you're still here, that brings us to where we are now. I am currently at 229 pounds. I'm so happy to not be 242 pounds anymore. I cannot believe.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad I said my weight in this video. I used to do that a lot and I fell off from that. But what the fuck? This I thought I was closer to 240 in this video. Like, okay, I'm maybe 13 pounds away, but like, you mean I was bigger than this? I'm not saying that as like negative self-talk. I'm saying that as in like genuinely like what the hell? Like what? I don't even recognize this version of myself. This is now I knew this was at the beginning of my journey, so I had lost some weight, but like I didn't know how much. Mm, mm. Get the weight off, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. And if you don't have the weight, don't gain it. Do whatever you can to not gain it. Don't gain it. Don't gain it. Don't gain it. Don't do it.
I let myself get that heavy. My stumbling down a rabbit hole of, this new section of people figuring out how to lose weight has led me to many different corners of the internet. And I have to say, my, I agree with a lot of things that some people have said about weight loss, and I disagree with a lot of things that some others have said. For example, that you can be healthy at any size.
See, so y'all can't say that, not y'all, but people, anybody can't say that like I lost weight and started like dragging the body positivity, or no, I felt that way from the beginning of my channel. Like, no, I don't think you can be healthy at any size. I don't feel that way. I used to feel that way. Like I used to believe that. I don't believe that anymore. I don't.
There's nothing wrong with being fat. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot that's just like,
I would not say I changed up. I would not say I changed up at all. I was saying this at 229 pounds. Like, y'all out here talking about ain't nothing wrong being fat. Fat girl here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, yeah, I've been feeling that way. V, do you think seeing yourself back then made you feel better about your progress? Yes, it makes me feel. You would think it would make me feel a little more vain, but that's not really what I feel. I feel relieved. Um, Sometimes I feel bad for people that aren't ready to make the step, and the only way I know how to like engage with that is to be very uh, like brutally honest. I'm trying to find a more patient way to have that conversation, but yes, it makes me feel better. It definitely makes me feel better. I don't feel like I was making a lot of excuses at that time. I just think I talked a lot about how I didn't like the way I look, and maybe that wasn't, I was just trying to be honest. Maybe that wasn't the most healthy way of feeling. But I know the only, like, I accepted the fact that the only way to change that was to change my weight. Like, it's not complicated. I don't like the way I look. Don't like the way I feel. The only thing to do about that is to change it. I don't want to be confident and big. Like, if you are or have been, if anybody, you're very lucky to have experienced, like, a spectrum of confidence. Like, no matter what size you were just that girl. No, that was not me. That was not me. My self-esteem was in the toilet. And I just chose not to stay there. That's all.
Basically the GLP-1s are getting a really really bad rap, and I mean, whatever. That's why I named my channel, it's vanity, because maybe it is a little vanity. I want to look good. I want to look good. I want to feel good. Insert picture of green bikini. Insert picture. Insert picture of that black dress. Like, I want to look good. I want to feel good. In my last video, I talked about when I did establish care with a primary care physician recently. She was very helpful. She was very friendly. And I let her know that I did my labs with a telehealth company and I was concerned about being pre-diabetic. And she did confirm my numbers. I am considered pre-diabetic. I am 1 percentage point, or would that be 10? I don't know math, but I think pre-diabetic is like 5.7 or.
I think that would be 0.10. Whatever. I don't know math. I've been out of school for some time, but y'all know
5.7 and I'm 5.8, or it's 5.6 and I'm 5.7. Whatever. I'm like, 1 point over into pre-diabetes.
Do y'all see those? My titties are okay. Y'all told me in that members only stream just a few weeks ago that I might be a G cup. What the fuck was I in this video? Because I was still wearing a double D. Now it didn't fit. It didn't fit right. You can see I'm spilling out of it. But if I'm not a double D now and I'm wearing the wrong bra size, look at my bra. Like, I'm asking y'all to look at my bra in this video. Like, ladies, we got to get the right bra sizes. We got to fix that. That's not cool. What is that I'm carrying? What are those that I'm carrying on my chest? I never want to see that again. Oh my God. So much weight. No wonder my back hurts. Jeez.
So, as I said in a prior video, this weight has to go. It has to go. The downside, I would say, is that I did ultimately find clothes that fit earlier this year, and I didn't get to wear all of them. I have not tried on those clothes again yet, and I think I will. I think I'm going to try them on and record it. I might even try on that wedding dress again and see how it fits. Not that I'm ever going to wear it, but I'm just curious. I've been feeling really good. I've lost about 2 to 3 inches off my waist. I actually did a DEXA scan today.
Jen, I had measurements, Jen. I can't believe it. What happened to me? I've been taking measurements, I guess, since this point, because I don't talk about inches. I took measurements back then. That's crazy. Sydney, that is not a real size. Is that a real size? Jen said Triple H. Oh, maybe during pregnancy I might see it again. Well, I don't want to eat myself to those again. How about that? I don't want to eat myself there again. Is that a real size? I was still wearing a double D because I didn't go get resized. I didn't try. I was anti buy bigger clothes until it was time to go on a trip.
It's a body composition scan, and it has revealed that my body composition is a ball of fat.
Like, oh my! I did not. Okay, hold on. Trigger. I did not know this was in this video, but remember I said this in like the last live stream or the one before, that I was a ball of fat because I had like a super high, I think it was like over 50% body fat. Well, I guess we're about to find out because it was something.
229 pounds is where I am as of this video.
Girl, no, talk about that DEXA scan. Hold on.
Scan, and it has revealed that my body composition is a ball of fat.
Wait, hold on. I need to see
about 2 to 3 inches off my waist.
I need to see the screenshot.
It's a body composition scan, and it has revealed that my body composition is.
See if it says it on here. Doesn't say. I thought it would say the percentage, but it doesn't. Color mapping. So I had the highest amount of fat around like My arms, back, thighs. Them thighs was crazy. Medium. Okay, I thought I would be able to see the percentage, but no, it didn't. Yeah, that's not there. But anyway.
A ball of fat. Like, 229 pounds is where I am as of this video. My goal is to be at 242 pounds by
Oh God, I do that a lot.
July of next year. That's roughly 48 weeks, I believe.
And I didn't make it, Jesus. I didn't make it. I only made it 50 pounds down by in July. By July. I was only 45, 50 pounds down.
To lose 90 something ish pounds. And we're gonna do this. I've lost 40 pounds before. I've lost 20 pounds before. I've lost 30 pounds before. It always comes back. This is the most that it has come back. Before my highest weight of 242, my highest weight was about 228. So that means that I lost that 28 pounds and it came back with a motherfucking vengeance. So I'm hoping
Potty
that this
mouth.
time me sharing my experience will help motivate some others. And in turn, those others can help motivate me. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you're new, again,
Well, thank you guys for watching that with me. Bye, old vanity. We love you, girl. We love her. We love ourselves. Okay, we love ourselves. All right. So that was interesting. That was shocking. Okay, I think that was like the second or third video on my channel, so that's how you can tell how far back it was. It was the third video on my channel. Okay, and yeah, that was an interesting time. So I just wanted to reflect on that, like I said, as we go into the new year. Okay, so the title of the video is feeling like a little trash, decluttering our lives or your life or something like that to lose the weight. Oh, it says right there, declutter your life to lose weight. Okay. So we covered where my mindset was a year ago. I don't think it's changed much other than I'm willing to do more despite the SAD. So I would say that's a huge leap forward, which means therapy has been working, but not just therapy action, right? Because a lot of times some of us may go to therapy and don't actually do the things that we need to do outside of therapy. My weigh in as of lately is I'm back up to 178. I bounced from 176 to 179 to once now I'm back at 178. So I'm hovering in this area, which is annoying, but that's where I'm at right now. I've had a couple of weeks of really high carb. It could be because of the working out. I don't know. I thought maybe it was my cycle starting, but my cycle didn't start. So I don't know. But I've been like digging the carbs lately. Okay. So again, it's a constant work in progress month after month for me to slide backwards a little bit and find, remember to tighten up. Now, I'm getting to the point where I don't want to have to remember to tighten up. I just want to keep it tight, right? I don't want to be perfect, but I want to be consistent. I want to change my attitude around certain things. So, why did I come up with the title In the Mood for a Little Trash? It actually doesn't have anything to do with the decluttering, even though it sounds like it. I have a little bit of a story time. It's very quick about some trashy ass food that I had recently. Okay. So I went to house sit back in Raleigh. I was back into my old neighborhood, and I am now aware that my environment triggers behaviors in me. It just is what it is. Like I could not be thinking about something, get to a particular environment, and then that's the thing that I'm thinking about or wanting to do. So I hadn't eaten McDonald's since we were in Switzerland because we were in the middle of nowhere and the closest restaurant was a McDonald's. So that was back in July. Or did we go to Switzerland in August? I think we went in August. I think that was it. Or did we go in July? Whatever. Last the summer. So I haven't had it since then. I got back to my old but when I lived in my old neighborhood, I moved out in July, and um I used to go to McDonald's a lot frequently. Like even during my whole weight loss journey, I used to still go to McDonald's, get iced coffee, maybe get like a 4-piece nugget, small fry, or maybe a hash brown, something like that. Well, after Switzerland, I wasn't eating McDonald's anymore because there was no reason to. I had cleaner, if you can believe it. Like I had less crappy McDonald's, so it didn't make sense to come back and eat, that stuff, whatever. Um, so recently, I went back to my old neighborhood. My first stop was McDonald's. I don't know why. I don't know why. It was like I got back to my neighborhood, and the first thing I wanted was an iced coffee. I wanted to take my same drive. Um, to the same McDonald's and get the same iced coffee. And ideally, that should have been fine. But for some reason, I wanted to buy food while I was there. And I wasn't really hungry, but I wanted to eat. Like I was in a mood to eat. So I ordered breakfast. I ordered a sausage, egg and cheese McGriddle. What did I have? I think I had like a sausage McGriddle, hash brown, and a coffee. It was good. It was okay. Like it was what you would expect from McDonald's. Um, I got sick. I got very, 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 very sick within like 2 hours of eating that, which I had not eaten in like at least 6 months. Um, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, well, I hadn't eaten McDonald's in about I guess 4 or 5 months, but that particular meal it had been longer because that wasn't something that I would typically get when I would go. Um, it ran right through me. Like it literally destroyed me. It ran right through me. So I got really, really sick. And it just made me feel like this is why you don't eat garbage. This is why you don't eat trash. Now, for the longest time, I have felt like I've been torn, okay, between the two camps. Eat what you want in moderation. Certain shit you just shouldn't eat. Okay. I have been torn. I have tried both. I'm not sure which one is more successful. I really don't. Like there are certain things where just complete and utter restriction works out better for me. And other things I can moderate. I don't really know which one is better. I just know that I've tried both. Well, this reminded me why there's a such thing as like certain shit you just shouldn't eat. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say that there is a such thing as trash food, and fast food is garbage. Fast food is trash. It may sound like, oh yeah, we already know this, but do we really? Like most of y'all probably don't even eat fast food anymore, so y'all can like just tuck this away in case you come across somebody that's still having this problem. But like I feel like the moderation camp is perfectly understanding of the idea that like every once in a while we're going to eat out, or every once in a while we're going to have some crappy, or every once in a while we're going to have some junk. You're never going to not eat another french fry or chicken tender or slice of pizza. Well, some of this shit we just shouldn't eat. And the way that I got sick, it really made me feel like some of this shit, once it's gone, just let it stay gone. Okay. Just let it stay gone. So I wanted to ask y'all, is there anything trashy that you enjoy? Is there any food or snack item or drink that you feel like is complete and utter garbage? It's complete and utter garbage. And you're like, but I'm still going to have it. And that was that moment. Like, it was just like, it's just McDonald's. Like, okay, so I'm following the moderation point of like, I can have McDonald's, but it made me so sick. It made me so sick. And y'all know what the crazy part? I had it again. This is not funny. Okay, so what had happened was I made up my mind that I wasn't going to have that particular meal again, but I was still in the same environment being triggered. Like I was still being triggered by my old habits and my old environment. So I went another time while in the past week and I had my usual 4-piece nugget and a small fry. And I didn't get sick that time, but it was just like, you're just doing this because you're used to doing this. Like, even though it's been a while, this is just a familiar environment, a familiar feeling, a familiar habit. And habits, things that we're used to make us comfortable. So although it's been a few months, it was just getting back into that rhythm, which I shouldn't have been because I was just visiting, but being back in that rhythm was just familiar. So do y'all have any trash that y'all like? Thank you, Holly. Thank you so much. Always remember where you came from. If it weren't for your voice, I would have never known it was you. I don't recognize myself. I don't. You were just in the 180s. You are doing great. Yes, I would really like to be in the 160s though. I would. I would. It seems like I hover and then I drop. I hover and then I drop. That seems to be my pattern. McDonald's is trash. I just had some. What did you have, Jen? I'm nosy. Um, should we indulge in a little bit of trash? Is it okay to be in the mood for a little trash every now and again? That's the point of the title, at least the first part of it. Is it okay to be in the mood? I'm just in the mood for a little trash. Sometimes trashy is good. Sometimes trashy ish is good. What do y'all think? Even if it's not McDonald's, what's your version of just enjoying a little trash? I completely agree. Hot garbage. I actually had it twice last week. So did I, Jen. Stop following me. It was the McGriddle first, and then it was the chicken nuggets. Stop following me, Jen. Flaming hot Cheetos for $500. I haven't tried it since being on Zepbound, but I wouldn't mind trying. Oh, I get it. Hot Cheetos. Oh my god, I love. Okay, crunchy or puffy? I really would jump into traffic for the puffy hot Cheetos. Like I would. Like if you put a bag of hot Cheetos in the middle of traffic, I'd go get it. Yes. Yes. And I like the spicy hot the hot ruffles. Um yeah, there are more levels to fast food though. I eat Chipotle, Cava, Chick-fil-A. They have good choices that I can fit into my calorie deficit. I never thought I would fall out of love with Chick-fil-A, but I have. I think it's because being on Tirzepatide has made eating French fries for me really, really hard, and that was part of the reason why I like Chick-fil-A. I still like their chicken. I just can't really eat it very often. I used to be a Chick-fil-A addict. Zepbound keeps me completely away from fried, greasy, uber sweet foods. Developed food aversion must be nice. But most fast food is trash for sure. Okay, so there's levels to the trash. It's okay to be in a mood if your body can tolerate it. Okay, so it's okay to be okay. So y'all not beating me up. It's okay to be in a mood for a little trash every now and again. I can't do McD's anymore. The smell alone. Oh, always crunchy, but sometimes I'll do the puffy. Okay, the crunchy ones are nice. There's actually several. Like there's the flaming hot, and there's the jalapeno, and then there's the what's the one with the black label? I forget, but it's like a extra hot or something like that. I had steak, egg, and cheese on a bagel. Then I had fried chicken sandwich and a double cheeseburger and fries. I was wilding. Yeah, it's crazy to wild out on a 10 milligram like that I'm on. So on Thanksgiving, y'all want to know what I had? I had planned to make some chicken wings and sticky rice. I went to the store, but I went to the store for dessert because I deserve dessert. Why not? Y'all was having it. Um, so I found a slice of red velvet cake that was actually cut into smaller portions. So it was one square slice, but they cut it into smaller squares, which I thought was cute. So I got that. But because I was in the bakery section, it kind of made me want a sandwich. So I made me a sandwich, y'all. I rarely will eat a sandwich, like very, very, very rarely. I made me a salami and cheese sandwich, which sounds so basic, but it's something that I like. I like to eat it hot with barbecue Lay's chips, the black bag, the not the honey barbecue, but the regular barbecue Lay's chips. And it was so effing good. I had salami and cheese on a Kaiser roll, and it was garbage. The reason I consider it garbage, not because of the deli meat, but because I steer clear of American cheese, except on very specific occasions. And this sandwich is one of those occasions where I will fully indulge in yellow American crap, plastic, processed garbage. I will indulge in American garbage about twice a year when it comes to American cheese. Um, for this particular sandwich, and it was delicious. I hadn't had it in probably since like earlier this year. If I've even had it this year, I don't even recall. But it was so good, and that's what I had. And I had half of my red velvet cake on Thanksgiving and half the next day. Honestly, I don't think it would hurt to have it once a week. I had Chick-fil-A yesterday. We listen and we don't judge. Y'all are so nice to me because I was like, wait till I tell them I got sick off of McDonald's and then ate it again. I changed the meal at least. Okay, so we can say it's okay to indulge in a little trash every now and again. Okay, because I bounce back and forth between like cut it out completely, don't even bother, and it's okay a little, here and there, right? I'm still even a year and a half later struggling to find the balance. Okay, so part of that is a little bit of vanity, and by that I mean I think that in order to have a better body, hard salami, oh, ham salami, and provolone cheese. I like boar's head hard salami and American cheese. It's complete and utter crap, and I love it. I really do. Like, it's trash. It's trash. On white bread at that. When I was younger, my mother would take the inner part out of a Kaiser roll to reduce the starch. Um, but when I want to be trashy, I want all the starch. I want all the starch, okay? I could have gotten sick from the sausage. I don't know. It just ran right through me though. It came out quick. And y'all know I'd be constipated, but it came out super duper quick. I was like, what did I do? And then I remembered, oh, you just had McDonald's. Like, duh. I couldn't even remember what I just had because it came out so fast. But anyway, so okay, so part of having the body that you want, which I'm okay. We need to find our vanity. I'm okay with that. I'm still hearing videos where people are like, it's not about being vain. It's not about being vain. And I'm like, oh, you poor person. Like, you don't have to ish on vanity. Like, you just don't. It's okay to want to be fire, like super hot fire. Like, it's okay to want to be fit. It's okay to want to be strong. It's okay to want to be your version of sexy or whatever. Okay. But a part of that comes with doing things that other people aren't willing to do, like working out in November and December, like committing to your walks, right? And if you can't get outside, doing your walks inside, remembering to drink your water, indulging in trash every now and again and not on a regular basis, making an effort to meal prep. I meant to show y'all these containers that I bought just because I think they're, well, I bought them for a reason, but I plan to start meal prepping, and I bought me some Tupperware, some glass Tupperware that I think is super cute. Um, and I just wanted to show it to y'all because it's pink and I like to show y'all everything that's pink, but it's just glass Tupperware. It's not that important. But anyway, putting more effort and intention into your decision making is a big part of getting to our goals. Okay. Girl, your face looks so good. Looks like you lost some weight. Hey, Carrion. Not on the scale, but I do think my composition is changing. So thank you. And did you miss did you miss this? Did you miss this? Did you miss this?
So my story starts in
Carrie Ann girl, in case you missed it. I don't recognize her, but that's me, okay? That's me. Um, so a part of getting to our goals, I know we talked about possibly creating a vision board, uh, or whether you like a list of goals or whatever. But part of that is being willing to do things that other people are not willing to do. Now, if you're into skinny talk, then yeah, you're already on that train of like, I know people aren't going to like the sound of this, but I'm about to try this, so I'm about to do this. I think it can be very, very helpful. But one thing I think that we don't consider when it comes to the end of the year, I think we think about this more so in the spring, as in spring cleaning, is decluttering our life. I don't think that we should wait until this spring to start the declutter. And when I say declutter, I don't just mean physical things. I mean emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, if you have to. Uh, this can include people. This can include all types of different things in your life that need to be decluttered. So I started out with decluttering my digital spaces. I've been deleting pictures, I've been deleting emails, I've been deleting contacts, I've been deleting text messages. I've been unsubscribing from, you know, mailing lists and all different types of things. And the reason that it was important for me to do that is because I have a cluttered mindset, right? I prefer organization, but I get my spaces get very chaotic, right? I'm the person with 10,000 unread emails. Never opened them. I'm that person. I'm the person that has to buy new cloud storage for photos and apps every year. These are things that kind of happen, and they're tucked away on our phone or our computer or in the web, so we don't really think about it. I'm the type of person that will just buy more space. Like, I won't clean that stuff out. I will just buy more space. What do y'all think about that? Because I've deleted thousands of photos in the past couple of days. Junk, just straight up junk. I've wiped my social media. So, like, I've deleted like 99% of the pictures across all of my social media. I think my Instagram, well, I have two Instagrams, but I think I got them down to like two pictures or something like that. Maybe one on some of them. Um, yeah, I think on one Instagram, I even got down to one picture, just so you know I'm a real person. But like, just digitally cleansing and getting rid of clutter and junk so that you clean up your spaces that you have to be in. And that includes online. Something I did a few months ago is I cleaned up my subscriptions on YouTube. I just simply unsubscribed from a lot of channels that I don't watch, and they're uploads or their content kind of clutters my feed, but I'm not watching their content. You know what I mean? So I had to clean some of that stuff up. So in your digital space, what do y'all think is some things that you need to declutter? If you feel like that's not related to your weight loss, I doubt. The reason why I feel like it's related is because I think like a cluttered mindset or a cluttered online space is a reflection of like a cluttered mindset. And if your mindset is cluttered, then you got a whole lot going on that could be distracting you from your weight loss. Um so um okay. Yes, I know I've been following you for a while, so I know where you're coming from. Keep going. Oh, okay. See, you were another one. Okay, so thank you. All right. So, do y'all or am I the only one with 10,000 unread emails and cloud storage that's like already at a terabyte and I'm buying more? Like that's just me. Y'all don't or following 17 channels when you don't watch their content, but you're not even like you don't even have your notifications turned on for the ones that you do watch, you know? Or consuming content that you really know is like not productive for you. We all have our guilty pleasures online. I know that, but like you might be consuming some content that might be like altering your perception on certain things. Just me, no. Y'all gonna sit there in silence? Y'all gonna sit there in silence? Okay. So I'm gonna lead by example. So, like I said, I've started deleting thousands of photos. Part of that had to do with also like I was collecting photos to be able to reflect back someday when I finally got to a weight that I wanted to be at, even though I didn't know what weight that was over the years. And as I was going through my photos, it was just like, I don't need this shit. Like, I'm not trying to get rid of all my memories, but like, I don't need these shit. Like, I don't need this shit. I don't need thousands or hundreds of pictures of me looking a mess. I don't. I don't need that. I don't need thousands or hundreds of pictures of me being obese. I don't need to hold on to the pictures of people I don't talk to no more. That's another thing. Now, I used to have this, I not used to, I do. I have a superstition, a made up superstition. I don't know where I get this from around photos and photography and videos, right? Capturing moments, capturing people on film. I feel like when you delete photos out of malice, you're deleting the person out of your life, right? So it's one thing to take a picture that someone doesn't like and then you delete it and it's fine. But let's say you go through a breakup or you fall out with a friend or a family member and you just go through and start deleting shit. I feel like that's bad juju. Or I have felt that. Now I just don't give a shit no more. I don't care. Because a part of the mindset that I'm trying to have for moving into the new year is removing energy from my space that does not serve me. Okay. Serve might sound like a bad word, but it is what it is. That's the word I'm using. If you got a better word, you let me know. Like the stream if you haven't already. And leave us a comment if you haven't. But yeah, so part of me like removing a lot of this energy coming from people or whatever my environment. I got to get rid of the pictures that remind me of that stuff. I don't need pictures from when I was like 16 and dating. I don't need hundreds of pictures reflecting years of yo-yo dieting. I don't need that. I don't need pictures of people that I don't talk to no more. It's fine. You can go. Okay. So I would say just put a little before I move on to the next point, I would just say put a little thought into cleaning up your digital space and making sure to hold on to memories that mean something to you. Um, making sure to not take for granted like I know we have a lot of room on the web, on in the cloud to hold on to things, but be comfortable with letting shit go. Be responsible about letting shit go. Okay, Vanity, why do you have 10,000 unread emails? Open them, delete them, trash them, archive them, sort them, organize them. Clean up your space, clean up your digital space. Okay, it is a reflection about how you feel about other things. All right. Um, I won't stop watching these negative GLP-1 content creators. Dare I ask, like, give me an example? Because I actually don't even know who you could possibly be talking about. Like, because I struggle. I can't really watch GLP-1 content. I really can't. These poor me, I can't lose. I don't want to work out. I don't want to change my diet. I just want to complain. So, sidebar to Jen's point. Thank y'all for being so patient with me. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank y'all for coming back time and time again and supporting my channel. Um, I've had a lot going on. Life has been limiting, as I've told y'all, and I really just try to keep showing up. If it has been frustrating not knowing when I'm coming back, thank y'all for hanging in there, okay? Because I pop up and then I'm gone, and then I pop up and then I'm gone. I've had, y'all know, I've updated y'all. Y'all know I've had stuff going on. Well, I would really like to put an effort into changing that, because a lot of the things that were hovering over my head have been like addressed, right? Like my certification, some family stuff, some personal stuff. Like a lot of it has been addressed, and that doesn't necessarily make it easier. It just means that I'm decluttering, right? Like I'm decluttering my emotional life as well, right? I'm decluttering my work life and space. I'm decluttering. And a part of that declutter is to make more space for this. So I will say it's not the most productive for me to go live 2 to 3 times a week for 3, 4 hours at a time. So I have to be more responsible with my time. Okay. I have to be more responsible. So y'all hang in there with me. And I said that to say, back to Jen's point, when y'all see me creating topics or conversations around topics or posting videos that y'all feel like is like, why is she? I already know this. It's because of situations like this, right? Poor me, I can't lose weight. I don't want to work out. I don't want to change my diet. I just want to complain. I often forget that there are people that just, we're all at different places in our journey. There are newbies, right? That need to be talked to. There are people that are lost. There are people that are stuck. There are people that are trapped in victimhood and complaints. So if you see me making videos addressing some of the stuff that y'all feel like we already know, the 20 of y'all that are here watching, just remember that there are hundreds and thousands of other people out there that may need to hear this stuff as well. Okay. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to not keep it like I'm trying not to make it dry, but I also want to make sure that I'm reaching out and touching people that need to wake the fuck up. Like, wake up, make a decision, stop complaining. I know, because I'm a complainer. I'm an active complainer. Make a different decision. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just make a different decision. People need to just make a different decision. Okay. I definitely need to clean out emails and some photos. Sounds like a great end of the year activity. No need in carrying junk or baggage into the new year, or season of your life. That's exactly the point. I actually had that at the end of the stream. So thanks, Kim, for like ruining my conclusion. But the point is to not carry this baggage. It is baggage. It's digital baggage. We're going to talk about some other types. Digital baggage. I've never heard anybody else use that terminology. So I'm claiming it. So if y'all hear it somewhere else, oh well, I claimed it. But digital baggage. Don't take digital baggage with you into the new year. I know it's going to be annoying going through them 8,000 emails, 40,000 emails, or 22,000 photos in the cloud, or 4,700 photos in your phone. I know it's going to suck. It's going to be very annoying, but get to work. Okay. Clean up your digital space. Okay. If you're a content creator and that means you would like to take down some content or refine or renew some content, that's an option. If you're watching content that you know is more than just a guilty pleasure that you're indulging in, it's really shaping your mindset, consider taking a break and finding something different to watch. Just consider. Even I take a break from skinny talk. I'm with you. I'm gonna cuss you out if you say anything about my habits video. I'm gonna unsub. It's other people who just want to trauma dump. Clavicle check. Yes, you are allowed into my safe space, Kim. Please hit the like. Thank you so much, Sydney, for plugging the like. Please, please, please hit the like, or Sydney is going to come haunt you in your dreams. Okay. Right now, these people are actually saying I'm not changing anything, but why am I not losing? It's not. I'm not mincing words. Clavicle check. Clavicle check. Jen is allowed into my safe space. People that don't change their diet or exercise are not allowed into my safe space. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not allowed into my safe space. And I'm not trying to become the content creator that's bullying other creators, but it's so that's why I just stay out of people's spaces because I'm going to say something and I don't react unless you guys ask me to. That's another thing. It's been a while since I've reacted to some content that you guys have sent over because I was super busy for months on end. Well, we're getting to the end of my house sitting season. I'll be done in January, but we're not going to wait. So if you guys have anything you would like me to react to, definitely make sure to send it over. It's just that if multiple of y'all are sending, then I'm only going to do like one per week. Okay. So it may take some time to get to you, but yes, yes, yes. Hi, Nicole. Nicole, you missed this. I'm just going to show you this real quick. You missed me reflecting on my video from closer to the beginning of my channel. We are talking about decluttering our lives going into the new year. And right now we're on digital clutter, digital baggage. Okay, so we're deleting photos, we're deleting emails, we're deleting text messages, we're deleting contacts. We are deleting things that really just have no place in our space. Okay, even if it's tucked away and we can't see it, we're still decluttering it. We're still going to declutter. Hi, Kimmy. I have decided to change my email address because I have been having the same one for 20 plus years and I have 40K unread emails. I literally just said 40,000 emails. I literally just said, let me see. I said mine was only at 10, but I actually don't know where it's at. And Kim said, damn that. I'm not going through them emails. I'm going to just delete. I'm going to just start over. I like my email. I don't want to start over. It's my name. It's my name. Right now, my vanity email is still safe because because I don't use it for anything other than YouTube. Now, Kimmy, I said I only had 10,000. See, this is we lack. It's good to reflect. I said I only had 10,000 unread emails. Let me start a poll. This is ridiculous. Let me start a poll. Let me start a poll. Y'all need to take a guess at how many unread emails. This is problematic. This is problematic. This is problematic, and it's gonna take me some time. But I'm going to delete them. I am. I'm gonna delete them. I'm not gonna start over. I'm gonna delete them. But congratulations, like shout out to you, Kimmy, for taking a step and just saying F that. We're starting over clean. How horrific. Digital clutter. Emails. We're just gonna do emails. We're not even gonna do photos. Okay. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on, let's do it as a poll. Yeah. Oh, I didn't end the last poll. Okay, let me end the last one. Thank you for participating in that poll. I'm about to start a new one. How horrific, really? Wow. How horrific is my digital clutter? Me, not y'all. We're gonna do my emails. Let's see. And okay. I went ahead and started a poll. Y'all can tell me. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was still sharing the screen. Hold on, let me take that down. Sorry about that. Okay. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. If you're not losing weight, you should at least try to change something. It helps. I had to adjust from time to time. I would agree. Some people are very stubborn. They want to prove that they don't have to change anything about their life to lose the weight. If that was true, you wouldn't have needed a GLP-1, but whatever. I've been decluttering every room in my house for the past couple of months, closets, cabinets, drawers, everything. I'm still not finished. I'll be finished by the end of December. Okay, so now's a good time to move on to the next space, okay? So we talked about photos and emails. Next on the list was closets, kitchen cabinets, unused rooms and used rooms. Okay. So thank you, Sydney, for the comment. And y'all go ahead and vote in the poll. So I came home today to South Carolina, and before I left my room a bit of a mess because I had a bunch of packages that I was unpacking. So I have empty boxes. Um, my dresser is a mess with like tumblers and stuff. It's just stuff. It's just stuff everywhere. And I felt so overstimulated. I felt so overwhelmed, right? I just traveled all the way from South Carolina and I didn't even come home to a clean bedroom. I didn't even come home to a clean bedroom. At least I made my bed before I left because I know that that's a trigger for me. Um, like if I can leave and not make my bed and come back the same day, but if I leave for several days and come back and my bed's not made, it is very overwhelming. So I didn't clean my room before I left. I'm a whole grown adult and I did not tidy up my room before I left. And I came back to an untidy room and it frustrated me. It frustrated me. And I'm like, this is not going to work for this season. Like, this is not going to work. This is SAD season. You do not tolerate clutter during this season. You don't, because it just makes you feel worse, right? So I was too tired to clean up after my long drive, went to sleep, woke up this morning, didn't want to get out of bed. You ever clean your room, like your bedroom or your whole entire house or your whole entire apartment, and then you just feel so refreshed and you sleep so good. You sleep so well. If you haven't already, please like the stream. Please, please, please hit the like or dislike. You can like or dislike. Okay. Well, I didn't sleep that well, which I don't typically sleep well, but I definitely didn't sleep well. And I had a hard time getting out of bed because I didn't want to face the clutter. I don't feel like carrying my empty boxes to the trash. I don't feel like sweeping the floor or organizing my dresser. Um, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. So I struggled, and today's a gym day. I struggled to get out of the bed. If my sound changes, let me know because that means my mic died. I struggled to get out of the bed and I'm back home. So I have to drive 35 miles to the gym, which is a 45-minute drive. It is what it is. Got to get it done. But I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to get dressed. And when your environment is a mess, you are causing yourself turmoil. Now, if you're already a very neat and tidy person, good for you. But are you neat and tidy because you're tucking stuff away? Like, are you putting stuff away neatly or are you just hiding chaos into different rooms and cabinets in the garage and all of that? My car, I talked about that before. It looks like I freaking live out of it. I went to the car wash for the very first time last week and have already recluttered my car. Now it's better than it was, but still. So it's like, this is not the season to have a chaotic space, especially even if you don't have symptoms of SAD, but especially if you have symptoms of SAD. The reason why it doesn't matter whether you have the symptoms or not, it's just be extra cautious if you do, is because even if you don't, we're still working very, 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 very hard to reach our goals. If you've already met your goals, we're working very hard to maintain those goals. We don't need to make life harder. Okay. So if it's already hard for you to get up and go to the gym, you don't need another reason to make it harder. Right. Like, you don't. If it's already hard for you to get up and go for a walk, you don't need another reason to make it harder. Like, oh my God, I want to get up and go for this walk. And I feel like a messy room or a messy space can make it harder to want to do those things. One thing that I've started doing that helps out a lot is with my clothes. I will prep my gym clothes for a week or at least 5 days. I only go 3 days a week, but once I do laundry, I will hang up my gym clothes, individually, like as a set, shirt and pants or whatever. So that when it's time to get up and get dressed, all I gotta do is grab the hanger. You would think that I already do this, but I don't. Like, I'm very chaotic. Like, I will put clothes into drawers that they don't belong in. I will leave clothes in a laundry basket that's clean. Like, I'll hang some stuff up and not others. Some stuff will stay in my suitcase. Stuff will be everywhere, okay? But I've been trying to make it easier to get to my gym clothes by just hanging them up per day, right? Like, so my Monday outfit, my Tuesday outfit, my Wednesday outfit. Also do this, not just for your gym clothes, but whatever clothes you're going to wear for that day or that week, put it out in advance or hang it up in such a way that it's easy to get to. So you definitely want to Make sure you are in a neat space, okay? I am not the only clutter monster or chaos monster or messy monster on this live stream. You know who you are. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking about, okay? I can't see your space, but you can see your space. If you're taking forever to do the dishes, stop. Wash the dishes. Dry the dishes. Put them away. If you are taking forever to take the trash out, now I know a lot of women watch. So if you got a husband or something that takes it out, or a son or something like that, take it out. Okay. If you're taking forever to clean your car, get it clean. If you are taking forever to put the laundry away once it's washed, and I know people like this, including myself, wash it, dry it, put it away. Like, put it away. Don't let it sit in a laundry basket. Don't let it sit on your bed. Don't let it sit in that chair in the corner. Don't let it sit in a different room. Put it away. Okay? Are y'all following me? What else needs to be put away? How are your bathrooms looking? Men, women, ladies, gentlemen. How are your bathrooms looking? Okay. I'm more so concerned with about the bedroom because I want us to sleep good. I want us to sleep good and I want us to have a nice place to relax. So y'all let me know how you've been feeling about your bedroom space. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm howling at the moon because I know I'm a naturally messy person and it takes extra effort for me to be tidy. So I have to the clothing, right? Like I have to be extra cognizant of that clothing. We already talked about this. Throw your bigger, well, you don't got to throw them away, but if you put them away neatly out of the way so you're not easily reaching for them to put them on. You don't need them. If they make you feel safe mentally and emotionally, you got to work on that, but fine. You ain't got to throw them away, you ain't got to give them away, but put them out the way so you're not easily reaching for those clothes that don't fit. Okay? We are decluttering our space. We want clean, tidy, um I don't even know what the word is, but there's a word for it, like beyond clean and tidy. Minimalist, maybe? Maybe. Maybe. Like, what do you need on your bed except, sheet, like linen, bedding, and your pillows? What do you need? You don't need nothing else on your bed. What do you need on your nightstand other than maybe your lamp, your glasses, your TV remote? Like, what do you need on your dresser other than, I don't know, what do y'all keep on your dressers? Your desk where you work from home. You should not be able to see your clothes unless you just have one of those closets that doesn't have like doors or something. Your clothes should be put away. Your shoes should be put away. Your dishes should be put away. Your trash should be out. Okay? Starting and finishing tasks completely. I need to be tight with all these papers on my desk. I'll work on that. Yes, give yourself a clean work environment. Would you light a candle in a messy room? Like, if I put it to you like this, if you are a fragrance kind of person, air freshener, candle, incense, if you would not light a fragrance in that room, because I think people that like fragrances and stuff like that, they like it in a fresh, clean room. So if you couldn't walk into that room and light a fragrance or spray a fragrance and it make you feel good, it's time to declutter or clean up that room. And sometimes a room could not necessarily be messy, but it can be full of stuff. Okay. Um, Oh, Nicole says, "Hey everyone. She got a migraine, but she's trying to listen. So we hope you feel better, Nicole. Hopefully my voice is soft enough. I'm trying not to be loud today. All right. So Michelle is going to work on cleaning up her workspace. All right. This is all in an effort to make sure we have a decluttered mindset going into the new year so we can get this goddamn weight off. Okay. Now, relationships. Some of y'all have relationships that you're taking into the new year that you shouldn't be. This is a hard one. This may be family. This may be romantic. This may be a platonic friend. This may be work. Okay. hmm So remember talking about deleting contacts, emails, text messages, photos. How many of y'all still got contacts in your phone that you haven't spoken to? So I have this new rule. This is for me. I'm not telling y'all to do this, but I have this new rule. I am going into this new year so, I mean, like so protective of my space. My shirt says, I don't know, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can't see the bottom, but that's what it's IDGAF. I don't know, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. I'm going into this new year so protective of my space and my energy. If we haven't spoken in 6 months, you don't need access to me. Now, that's can be challenging because I have family members where we don't speak for years and then out of nowhere we speak or we see each other at an event and it's like, we never stop talking. But I found myself getting a little anxious about like who needs my contact information and who doesn't. Like I'm on the verge of changing my one of my phone numbers, the phone number that almost everybody has. Most people don't have my secondary, but I'm on the verge of changing my primary phone number. And I guess it's because people that haven't reached out to me in a very long time, I kind of don't want them to be able to access me so easily. Even though I could ignore them, I could not answer all of that. I don't want them to access me easily. Now, I could be just causing I could be overthinking this, right? But I was thinking about when I finally make it to my goal weight, how I'm going to share my progress on Facebook. So far I haven't been sharing it. Facebook specifically because that's where my family and friends are. Instagram is more like people that I met on social media. Both of my Instagrams is people that I met on social media. The vanity one, I don't put any effort into it, so I don't have a lot of followers, barely anybody. But those of you that follow me, thank you so much. I love you all. But like my family and my old friends, classmates, old classmates, all of that. No coworkers on social media, never. I don't know about y'all, but never. They're on my Facebook, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna share exes. I'm gonna share, my progress when I get to, where I'm going. And we've talked about whether or not people would treat you differently, whether people would say, oh, you lost too much weight, or you too skinny, or you refined the way you were, blah blah blah. Okay, so I've just been anticipating this. And I'm like, you know what? What would I do if people that I haven't spoken to in years just started reaching out to me because I lost a bunch of weight? Would I answer? The answer is no. Now I know for sure it's no. And not just only that, baggage. I feel like old ooh, that's the right word, stale. Ooh, old stale relationships. Like people you really haven't spoken to in a long time, they don't know nothing about you. You don't know nothing about them anymore. You don't share parts of your life with them, they don't share parts of their life with you, whether it's a family or friend or other. As I approach 30 in 2026, I just feel like decluttering some people out of my life. Okay, like now, you know sometimes you lose relationships that you don't want to lose, but I'm talking about like people I haven't spoken to in forever. It's just like, like for example, I would like to go to New York. Um, I would like to go to New York. Hold on, sorry guys. I used to change my number every year. Work is why I won't change my number. Yeah, because it's attached to a lot of stuff that has to do with work. You should change your number every year. That's savage, Michelle. Well, I mean, unless you were running from a stalker. Were you hiding from someone? Feel better soon, Nicole. Feel better soon, Nicole. Yes. Holly, I'm a bad person. I did not go to the post office because I forgot. But I will be back in North Carolina next week. Holly, I'm a horrible person. I'm so sorry. Holly sent me some protein powder to try, and I completely forgot to go to the post office while I was in Raleigh. So, Holly, I appreciate you. I love you so, 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 so much. Please don't ever be mad at me and never send me stuff again. Oh, by the way, I only have my PO box for one more month. So if you guys want to send me anything, you have a month to do that until I can get a PO box here in South Carolina that's permanent. But Holly, I will have your package in hand when I get back to Raleigh next week. Okay. In fact, I kept putting it on my calendar and then running out of time during the day. And then I would go to work for a whole day. And it was just a mess. So thank you for sending me the package, Holly. I will have it soon. Um, Okay, so I would like to go to New York right before my birthday and spend some time with my family. And I was getting a little bit of anxiety because every time I go back home, I'm like, I don't want to run into people that I know. I don't want to run into people that I used to know. I don't want to have to tell people I don't talk to no more that I'm in town. And then if I don't tell them, they run into me and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were here. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you?" I used to get such bad anxiety about that. Now I'm like, I don't even I don't have to tell you where I'm at. I don't talk to y'all. I don't know y'all. Like, I don't deal with y'all. Okay? So decluttering relationships. Some of y'all got friends that don't need to be around y'all. Some of y'all got family members that are only around because they're family, but they ain't shit. Granted, I feel that we should be more appreciative of the people that are in our lives and that are there for us and be there for those people. So it's not just about cutting people off, but like some of y'all have people in your lives that aren't serving like any purpose. Like they're just there and they come in and out or they pop up and leave and just the way you're saying 10th of January every year. I don't want to hear from anyone who has detached from like, I don't have it in me to change my phone number every year, but I'm telling you, if we ain't spoken the last 6 months, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Is the North Carolina or the South Carolina one good? If you have both, both are good. But I will be as of next week. I will be in North Carolina until January, so I will have the PO box until let's just say late December. Like I'm gonna have it until I think early January, but I have to decide on a renewal next this month. Let's say December. I have to next month, whatever. I have to decide on a renewal, and I'm not going to renew in North Carolina. I'm going to get a permanent one in South Carolina. But if you already have my dad's PO box, it's still good. I just as of next week, I will be out of South Carolina for about a month. And if I get something to South Carolina, he'll mail it to me, so it's fine. But for now, the North Carolina one is still good. If you want to send me something, you have until the end of December to send it. Is the point that I'm trying to make to you guys. Um, so yeah, so I rock with that. I rock with that, Michelle. Some people I'm not good at. I've never been interested in cutting people off. Now it's like ties are being cut. Ties are being cut. Ties are being cut. Okay, I'm making decisions for me. I'm being very protective of my space. And remember, we talked about having relationships with people that aren't doing the best to help themselves, but they're kind of like energy dumping onto you or trauma dumping onto you. No. By the way, sidebar, if y'all don't mind telling me real quick, how was y'all's Thanksgiving? And did y'all have anybody make any nasty comments? Not to focus on the negative, I'm just curious of if anybody did, how did you handle it? I didn't have that happen to me because I was alone working on the holiday. So make sure you complete a forward mail just in case. Sometimes sends can go in after your new PO. Yes. Okay. Yes. I will forward my mail as well. Yes. Okay. All right. So take inventory of the people in your life, evaluate your relationships. We are reducing stress. We are prioritizing rest to get this weight off. Okay. So take inventory of the people in your life and decide on whether or not those relationships are serving you, because the idea is to head into the new year with less baggage. In fact, as little baggage as possible. I don't have the big back to carry the baggage anymore. Does that make sense? That that bag of baggage, my back is not big enough to carry it no more. Guys, people. So what does your new attitude look like? What does your new attitude look like? I'm still figuring that out. What is your version of vanity? What does your new attitude look like? We don't know what our bodies look like yet. Well, ultimately, final result bodies. Oh, Nicole, how's your maintenance going? Surgery's coming up in what, February, March, something like that. Um, this is my new attitude. I don't know, I don't care, and I don't give a fuck. I don't know, I don't care, and I don't give a fuck. Let me look at where this poll is at. I hate all of you. Hate all of you. I said, how horrific is my digital clutter? 8% said 90K, 15% said 13K, 31% said 27K, 46% said 48K. The majority of you are correct. I have Oh, I should just be like Kimmy and just say fuck it and create a new email. Oh my god. Ugh. I have 48,000 unread emails. I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know. I look skinnier. Do I? Stop being so vain, Nicole. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm working on my skin tea. I'm working on it. The scale is not moving. It has moved, but it stopped moving. But I can see the recomp. Like the recomp is sick. It is sick. It is sick. The training has been sick. And we talked about on the last live stream the struggle. Like Delilah was talking about feeling like just straight up shutting down. And I'm like, I know the feeling, but you got to get up. You got to get up. You have to get up. Get up and get outside. You got to do it. You got to do it. You don't have a choice. For those of us that get that lockdown mode that starts to initiate, it's like a countdown. It's like a 10, 9, like a nuclear launch. You can't get to zero and then like no, you gotta procrastinator here. You gotta just like whine a little bit. Preferably not, right? Preferably you're doing some affirmations and talking some good energy into yourself. But for me, I'm still in my whining phase. So I'm gonna whine 10, 9, 8, oh God, 7, 6, 5, 4. And then by the time I get to 2, I'm up. I'm not gonna let the countdown finish. I'm gonna whine the whole time. But I'm gonna get up. Oh, I'm gonna get up. Oh, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. I went to my aunt's house, and the first thing she said to me as I entered the door was, "Carrie, you got so skinny. Are you on Ozempic?" I was like, "Correction, I'm using Zepbound," and I left it there. Carrie Ann, you are so me, and I'm so you. I've been waiting to say that to somebody. I just haven't had the opportunity yet. I went to see my stylist. I was like, "You lost weight. You look good." He's like, "You lost weight. You look good." And I don't know. I thought he knew I was on a GLP-1, but I guess he didn't know. He's doing carnivore. Um, and of course, I had to get hit with the I don't know why you don't just do carnivore. And it's just like, because I don't want to do carnivore. um, are you on Ozempic? Just to mess with people, I'm not gonna lie. I would just say no. I'd be like, no. I don't mind telling people I'm on a GLP-1, but if you make an assumption, I'm gonna just like just to be an asshole, I'm gonna just no. Or I'll say, no, I'm on Zepbound, depending on the person, depending on how much of an asshole I feel like being. Maybe I'll give you the answer, knowing that you don't know what Zepbound is. If Ozempic is the first word out of your mouth, I know you don't know what Manjaro and Zepbound are. I know you don't know. I know you don't. Because I feel like people that know both would say GLP-1. And first of all, don't be making assumptions. Like it's fine. I'm not ashamed or anything, but it's like I typically get people that are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then I tell them GLP-1, diet change, exercise, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And then they'll be like, "Oh, which GLP-1?" So they know that there's more than one, and then I'll tell them which one. But like, if you because I'm such a Zepbound groupie, if you automatically assume I'm on Ozempic, it's like I don't know. I don't even feel like talking to you. I don't feel like talking to you. Um, shed the weight, shed the weight, shed the weight, shed the baggage, shed the toxicity, shed everything that doesn't serve your journey. Prioritize your peace, prioritize your comfort, but not so comfortable that you're not developing new habits or challenging yourself. Okay. We are about challenging ourselves coming into the new year. I'm challenging myself to switch up my look. I'm challenging myself to switch up my energy. I'm challenging myself to talk to more people. I gotta work on that. I gotta work on that. I'm trying to get comfortable like talking to strangers. I remember when I was gonna do 75 hard, there's a second part after the 75 hard challenge. There's a social challenge where you have to go out and introduce yourself and talk to like 2 people per day, minimum, 2, 3 people. It gave me so much anxiety. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not. You want me to go out and speak to humans in the world voluntarily and they didn't initiate it? Michelle says, someone said you are too small. Please don't lose anything else. I had to school them on being healthy. It's not about weight. I haven't gotten that one, but for a very long time, I have been wondering what I was going to say when I ultimately get it. I guess it depends on who it comes from. Do y'all think that's coming from a good place when someone says you're getting too small? We could go down a rabbit hole on that. Is the person bigger than you saying it? Are they smaller than you saying it? Is it a woman saying it, a man saying it, a family member, a friend, a partner? Oh, I have a question for y'all. If a couple is obese, right? Two people in a relationship are obese. One person starts to lose weight, the other person stays obese. Do you feel like that would potentially affect their relationship? Or as long as, the obese person is in support of the person losing weight, they, they can have a perfectly healthy relationship that way. No nasty comments. I agree. Don't tolerate it. Take inventory and assess what is supporting a healthier you. I would agree. Even down to your doctor, if you got to get a new doctor. I moved to South Carolina and kept my doctors in North Carolina. Yes, studies show. What? I didn't know like somebody was going to bring up statistics. How do I even look that up? What happens when one person loses weight in a marriage? Maybe it is a Reddit thread. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe was there a Reddit thread? Oh my god. I love Reddit. Oh god, I love Reddit. Oh god, I love Reddit. I love Reddit so much. Okay. So y'all know I love AI, even though AI be lying and getting stuff wrong. But the AI overview says that when one person in a marriage loses weight, the relationship dynamic can change positively or negatively depending on the couple's communication and support. I think that that's fair, but I'm going to read a little bit more. And it says, um, some couples experience improved communication and intimacy with the partner who lost weight, encouraging healthier habits, while others face challenges like the non-dieting partner feeling insecure, jealous, or threatened. These negative outcomes are more likely to occur when there is a lack of support. Okay. Let's go to this Reddit thread. I saw the title and I knew we had to read it. I haven't read this. It says 1 year ago, I've lost weight and now I want to divorce my husband. 28-year-old female, 29-year-old male. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. Jen says that's true. Bariatric surgery patients higher divorce rates. Wow. I bet people do get divorced because of that. Wow. I heard it has something to do with the food portion. One doesn't eat that much, so they don't eat together anymore. Whoa. So Wednesday, I took Ron for a haircut and I was dressed in my new clothes and my moo-moos. And she was shocked. She said I looked terrific. Wait, who's the she? You said so Wednesday I took Ron for a haircut and I was dressed in my new clothes. Who's the she? Who said you look terrific? The hairstylist? I bet you did look terrific. You should send us some pictures, Holly. Don't be holding out, Holly. We're vain over here. We're vain over here. Don't be holding out. Show us your new clothes, okay? I demand it. Okay, so 28-year-old female lost weight and now wants to divorce their 29-year-old husband. Okay, they said, sorry for the long post. This is long, but you know me, I'm going to read it. Okay, so bear with me. All right. Sorry for the long post. We've been married for 5 years and together for 7 years. We also have a 3-year-old kid. After having the baby, I struggled a lot with losing the baby weight and adjusting to being a parent. I also had the baby blues at first, which was tough. I wasn't really focused on my appearance, and instead I was trying to figure out our new routine and way of life. Sounds very normal. But then my husband started making these little comments about my body. Oh, shit. and how I should start working out and wearing makeup again. It made me feel really awful, and I worried that he might start looking elsewhere because we weren't being intimate anymore. He even suggested hiring a nanny so I could have more time for myself, but I wanted to be there for my baby, for our baby full time. So I turned down the offer. That made him angry and he started acting cold towards me. Okay. Is there a proper way to tell your partner you would like for them to lose weight? Or is there's no right way to say it, so don't say it? Or there's no right way to say it, but say it anyway? Or yes, there's a right way to say it? Y'all let me know. My take is, okay, if it's a husband telling, like if it's a man telling a woman, no matter how gentle you are, no matter how gentle you are, it's going to hurt her because she already knows she needs to lose the weight. Unless she's just purely delusional, trust me, she already knows. It coming from you is going to hurt, but I say tell her anyway. Tell her anyway. That's how I feel. Because I feel, and I feel the same way vice versa. If it's a woman toward a man, I say tell him. But she described it as little comments. And I think that that's sometimes people's way of either being very passive aggressive, or maybe they're trying to be gentle and they're coming off nasty, right? Like they're coming off like you're not saying what you really mean. So it's probably important to be direct but not mean or harsh, because it's going to hurt either way. But I feel like partners should tell each other. I feel like they should. I feel like they should. I like watching my 600-pound life, and nearly all of them break up after because the one that didn't lose the weight either gets jealous or doesn't want to change their lifestyle. Okay. I think about my 600-pound life show, seeing most of their partners would leave them if they lost a lot of weight. You know what's so crazy? I've watched every season of my 600-pound life, but that's not what came to my mind when I just asked that question. But now that I think back, yes, a lot of them separated. But what I got from the separations were the person, okay, a lot of them weren't in relationships with other obese people. Some of them were, but a lot of them were in relationships with average weight people. Like, I won't say average, but like either slightly overweight or sometimes even normal weight men, right? Or women or whatever. Like, it seems like it's okay. Let me tell you what I noticed. An obese man would have an obese girlfriend or wife, but an obese woman, a lot of the times, her husband or boyfriend was not obese. Sometimes he was, but a lot of the time he wasn't. And they would end up separating because if he wasn't obese and he was taking care of his obese wife or woman, and she lost the weight and became more independent, he started to feel threatened about his position in that relationship. Like, oh, you're acting like you don't need me no more. And then they would break up because he would start to become emotionally abusive in response to not feel needed. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. Um, I've seen couples get the surgery together and still divorce because the problems existed before the weight loss. Like they were already fighting about other stuff. Um, but I don't know. I never really picked up on like if both partners are big and one loses the weight and the other doesn't, then like then they break up. I never noticed it like that. Your partner should be able to tell you anything. I agree. I agree. Divorce rate after bariatric surgery is nearly double the rate of the general population. Wow. But you know what? Okay, that could be a couple of different things. That could be your new increased confidence increases your options, or that person doesn't see you as a vulnerable person anymore, and they want to feel needed. It could be that, like I said, okay, so remember I said earlier that as I lose more weight, my perspective on what is actually overweight has, like my sensitivity to it has increased. So now 20 pounds or more, and I'm like, I don't just go around assuming people need to lose weight, but it's like, no, like for me, no. Um, so maybe their perspective on health changes and they start to see their partner as somebody that doesn't take their health as seriously. Because think about it like this, right? In some way, shape, or form, being obese in a relationship is selfish, especially to the point of being 600 pounds because you're some of them are immobile, right? And they depend on their partners a lot. Well, if you resolve that selfishness by losing the weight and becoming more independent, you may not feel the same about the person that was taking care of you. You just may not. You may not feel the same. And if you like, I remember this one episode of 600 Pound Life, right? This lady was 600 pounds. She was obese, morbidly. Her husband was just he was on the lower end of obesity, is what I would consider. But like he was clearly overweight, but he wasn't like bariatric surgery ready or anything like that. He probably wasn't even more than like 250, 260 pounds or something like that. Which is a lot of weight. But he liked her bigger. She started to lose the weight. He started to resent her. So he probably was already emotionally abusive, but he started showing his emotional and mental abuse on camera. And it's like, I don't know. Like if you can't take care of yourself, that's selfish to the person that you're with. If you start to be able to take care of yourself and they feel less needed, then yeah, maybe y'all shouldn't be together. I guess it's the point that I'm trying to make. Maybe y'all shouldn't be together. I don't know. Okay, so let me keep. I'm sorry, I forgot I was reading the Reddit thread. Yo, moderators, y'all supposed to be letting me know if I'm going off on a tangent. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so he started making little comments. He told her, now I will say this. Okay, so my husband started making these little comments about my body and how I should start working out and wearing makeup again. I get why some women would think that was harsh, but if a man is telling you, if y'all are already in a relationship and he's telling you what he likes, and I don't think that that's unfair. There's no way to know how he said it, but I don't think that that's unfair. It made me feel really awful, and I worried that he might start looking elsewhere because we weren't being intimate anymore. He even suggested hiring a nanny so I could have more time for myself. Do you know how many women do not have a man that would suggest hiring help? He offered to hire help. I know I don't have kids, but I am a hire help kind of girl. I hope that I have the finances, or me and my partner has the finances when I have kids, to hire help. Like, he offered to hire help. Wow. You turned it down? I get wanting to be there for your baby, but man, that made him angry, and he started acting cold toward me because maybe I'm not excusing this, but like, you can't just ice your partner out and ignore every suggestion that they make. I get that it may, like, if they're trying to control you, then that's one thing. But like, if they're really trying to help, because we don't know. All we have is the information that they provide. We only have one side of the story, so we don't know. But man, offering higher help is like, wow. Jen, stop it. Okay. Be responsible. Talk about some we like tangents. Be a responsible segue stopper. Okay. I took matters into my own hands and oh, okay. I missed something because I was about to go off. Like, wait a minute. You hired help after he offered and you said no? Okay, so hold on. So he started acting cold towards me. Months went by without any hugs, kisses, romance, or any kind of affection. I don't agree with that. My self-esteem hit rock bottom. You were in control of that. Every time I looked in the mirror, all I saw were the flaws that my husband pointed out. That's very hard to deal with. By this point, our son was already 2 years old, and I desperately wanted to win my husband back. Okay. I thought that if I got in shape, he would show me love and affection and our marriage would be safe. Very normal feeling. I craved his attention so much and it hurt to see how much things had changed, but you can't force someone to be affectionate. Okay. Work on it. Okay. I took matters into my own hands and hired some help that he offered you 2 years ago, but okay. With more free time, I started going to the gym, taking swimming classes. Okay. Getting my hair and lashes done regularly and eating healthier. And guess what? I lost a ton of weight and I feel amazing. Good, great. I'm happy for that person. But like, why was it hurtful when he suggested those things? Now, I know somebody would say, well, maybe she just needed to do it for her. And it was like she didn't have to do it for him. But when she did it for her, then it counted. I think when you're in a relationship, that's a very naive way to feel. Sometimes doing something for your partner is doing something for yourself. Sometimes doing something for yourself is doing something for your partner. And they're not dating, they're married. So it's like, it sounds like her self-esteem was already suffering because of the weight gain and because of the postpartum, very normal. When he brought it to her attention, it felt worse because she already felt this way. Which that happens, it's going to happen. But instead of considering it at the time, she shut him down. The offering help was shut down, and I guess out of frustration, he iced her out, which I don't agree with. This is the way that she's describing it. Um, Eventually, she came around to doing the exact things he asked of her, and she felt great for doing it. Good. I'm glad she came around. I'm glad she came around. I'm glad. Suggestion, maybe she is controlling. That could be it. But she waited 2 years. Am I like, so I'm not the only one that feels like something is off with this story, right? Babe, listen, things have been hard. You know, we have a newborn. You blessed us with a baby. I feel like it's a good time to start working on your health, your weight. Um, do some things for yourself that make you feel good. Get your makeup done. I always loved it when you got your makeup done. Always love when you make yourself look beautiful. Um, when you look good, you feel good. But I know it can be hard to find the time. What if we hire a nanny so that you can have more time for some self-care? I really doubt it was like, I think you're starting to get fat and you don't even wear makeup no more. I'm about to go hire somebody so you can go take care of that. Oh, you never know, but I doubt it was like the latter. Like, I'm about to go spend money so that we can get some help because parents need help. Oftentimes, they don't have the resources for the help. Like, they don't live close to family or friends, or they don't have the finances to hire a nanny. Um, and parents get overwhelmed. Women stop taking care of themselves because they prioritize their children. I get that. You got a man that offered you help? Wow. Yeah, I agree with you. She was just too emotional to receive what he was saying. I give her grace on that, but it's also like when you're telling the story, it doesn't sound like she reflected on the fact that she was too emotional, right? Because I can say, I wish Tommy had said something sooner, even though it would have hurt my feelings. I can say that like right now. Like, I wish he would have said something, but I know it would have hurt my feelings. It doesn't sound like she's saying, like, she's making him sound like a bad person. It doesn't sound like she's saying, like, my husband told me these things and I just wasn't ready to hear it. She's like, he made me feel bad about myself. But 2 years later, I took matters into my own hands and I worked out and I ate right and I got my hair done and my lashes. I took control over my own life. And it's like, great. I'm happy, proud, but it's like you just described the things you said he was basically a bad guy for telling you about, right? Yeah, I mean, she did have postpartum, but when she's writing this post, she's no longer postpartum because she started taking care of herself. So I think it would have been fair to reflect back at, like, my husband didn't mean any harm, but I wasn't ready to receive the information because of my emotional state dealing with postpartum. Because we can see it from based on what she said, like that she had postpartum. She said it. So it's like, I don't feel like she's taking accountability here. But let's continue. Okay, I got 2 words in and I got frustrated. Okay, let me go back a little bit because I feel like this person is like, well, we'll read the comments as well. We'll read the comments as well because maybe I'm prejudging. So it says, I took matters into my own hands and hired some help. With more free time, I started going to the gym. Hold on, sorry y'all. taking swimming classes, getting my hair and lashes done regularly, and eating healthier. And guess what? I've lost a ton of weight and I feel amazing. Okay. Suddenly, my husband started touching me again, kissing me, buying me flowers, and treating me like the complete opposite of how he treated me before. You'd think that would make me feel better, but for some reason, it made me feel worse. All I could think about were the hurtful things he said to me when I was at my lowest and how cold he was toward me. I get that you can't force attraction, but why couldn't he just hug me or give me a kiss on the cheek even when I was overweight? Why couldn't he love me as a human being and the mother of his child? When my self-esteem came back, I got really angry at myself for putting up with this behavior for so long. I feel like I'm being gaslit. I feel like I'm being gaslit. But I really like I want to understand where she's coming from. But I feel like this is a really unfair post, the way she's laying this out. Your husband was honest with you. You ignored him, granted, because of your mental state. When you finally came around to realizing that he was correct, and you did need to do those things for yourself to feel better and enhance, and keep your relationship uh not stable, but like we can't just act. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, we cannot pretend that it's okay to just let ourselves go emotionally, mentally, physically, um spiritually, whatever. We just let ourselves go, and you're supposed to still love me for me. No, 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 no. We love each other through hard times. Okay? We love each other even through, like, we can love each other through weight gain. We can love each other through mental health issues. We can love each other through bodily changes, like we can looks fade. We can love each other through those things, right? But to me, as those changes happen, it is important in a relationship to be honest about how those changes are making you feel. I don't think her husband told her those things because he was falling out of love with her. I don't think that. I think he was just telling her so she could get ahead of it. And when she dismissed him about it, yeah, it pissed him off. Like, I don't think he should have handled it by icing her out if that's true. But she's like, well, guess what? I did work out. I did do my hair. I did get my lashes done. I did start looking good. I did start feeling good. And he started touching me again. Can you believe that? The man started kissing me and touching on me and feeling on me like I'm his. Didn't you just say that 2 years ago I needed to do this and do that and I didn't do it, but yeah, I did it now and you don't get to benefit from it? I don't think that that's fair. I don't. I don't think that's fair. I do think we should love each other through difficult times, but it's like, why couldn't he just love me and kiss me? And he should have. But it's like, don't pretend that you didn't dismiss his feelings. I don't know. I'm not a relationship coach. So let me shut up and continue. I don't like this story. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's just continue. A few days ago, I told him a few days ago, I told him I wanted a divorce because I don't think I can move past how badly he treated me. He apologized and promised to change and prove that he can be better. But honestly, I'm not sure if I can trust him again. What if I gain weight again or have to deal with health issues? Will he treat me like garbage again? I've talked to some friends and family about the whole situation. Some say I should give him another chance, while others say I should leave him. So you should never listen to people that tell you to leave your relationship unless you're being abused. Okay? Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. So if she felt like this was emotional abuse, or if they felt like this was emotional abuse, then that's one thing. So I'm turning to Reddit for some advice. Am I justified in being upset over this? Do you think it's possible for my husband to change his behavior for the long term, or is the divorce the right move here? I'm going to read the comments. Y'all can take some guesses on what direction you think the comments are going to go in. You know why I really think this person made this Reddit thread? Because they want permission to get divorced. I think this person is projecting, right? Like, this is what I see when I read this. I don't see a person that truly feels victimized. I don't see that. I see a person that felt bad about something that their partner told them, ignored it, and then decided on their own as their health improved to take it seriously. Then when they took it seriously and they realized that these things really are important in a relationship And maybe even their husband is not the person that they really wanted, because now they have a newfound confidence and self-esteem and all of these different things. It's like they're looking for excuses to leave. You wanted him to give you grace through weight gain and postpartum, but you won't give him grace and are jumping to divorce. Sounds like they both need therapy and should have just like talked this out with a third party. But it's like, how are you jumping to the how are you get how did we get to divorce? I'm not saying that anybody should accept bad treatment, but it's like, how did we get here? How did we get to like divorce? Now I'm gonna give y'all a story time. So my ex-husband, before we were married, I gained a lot of weight. Okay. I gained a lot of weight during our relationship, as I've done in many relationships. In fact, I've done this in every relationship. Okay. And I've been told that people have lost attraction to me more than once during my relationship. So we were together, we were dating, and I gained a lot of weight. Nothing was wrong with me. I just let myself go. Like, it wasn't nothing wrong with me. I let myself go. I was eating out all the time. I was living on pizza. I was living on junk food. I was drinking all the time. I was, so I let myself go. And I remember one time we were spending time together. And he started acting real weird toward me. Like he was turned off by me, or like he didn't want to be around me. Like he didn't want to really spend time with me. And we were at my place, and I wanted to go with him back to his state, because I used to go back and forth and go to his house. And he was like, nah, maybe next time. Like, no, like not. And this is somebody I spent like, we were together at least like 2-3 years at this point. Um, and he was just like he didn't want me to come back to his place or whatever and spend time with him. I'm like, okay, clearly something's wrong. So I asked when he left, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And he told me the truth. He's like, I feel like I'm losing my attraction to you. He told me the truth. And I knew immediately what he meant. Did it hurt my feelings? Yes. But did I know I let myself go? Yes. Did I know I was much heavier than when he met me? Yes. Did I know that my hair wasn't done when he was there and I wasn't dressed and I was like kind of lounging around and not really like taking care of myself? Yes, I knew that. And he told me he was losing attraction to me. And my response was, okay, okay, all right, okay, okay. What could I say? How could you? How dare you? You're so evil. You're so manipulative. You're so mean. You don't love me. No, I said, okay. And it wasn't even that my feelings was hurt. My pride was hurt. Like, because I already knew. Like, I already knew. I guess, like, my pride was hurt that he actually had to point it out. He pointed out the obvious. And I lost the weight. I'm not saying that's everybody's response, but it was just like, you know what? Been here before. I know how this goes. This is not the first time I've gained weight in a relationship and somebody felt less attractive to me. Okay. We weren't married. We didn't have kids together. So it wasn't like we committed our dying love to each other. Like, you have to love me through all of my looks changes. He still loved me. He just felt his attraction fading. Did it feel okay? No. But he told me the truth about how he felt. And I lost the weight. In that moment, it didn't feel like I was doing it for him. It felt like I was doing it for me, because I already knew that I had an issue with my weight. I had an issue with the way that I looked and how I was carrying myself. So part of it was an effort to prove a point. Like, don't try to act like I don't know how to look good. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, I don't act like, okay, I can lose weight, whatever. So I lost some of the weight. And but it honestly didn't even take that. It didn't even take that. Like, he had a moment, but he was over it very quickly. He was over it very quickly. Like, we've had conversations about it more than once. Even after we divorced, we had a conversation about it. And he was just like, I was just being stupid. Like, I don't know. But he wasn't, maybe he felt like he was being stupid for telling me, but he really felt that way. But it was a temporary feeling. Like, it was temporary. It was, it wasn't like it took me to lose the weight and then he changed his mind. It was like, well, I really don't feel that way about her. Like maybe I did in that moment, and probably because my hair wasn't done, I wasn't dressed, I was just kind of looking raggedy. I was feeling raggedy in a moment. Okay. So he felt that way for a moment, but he got over it very quickly. Like he got over it pretty quickly before I even had a chance to lose weight, but I still lost the weight because it was like, you got me fucked up. Like it's too late. The cat's already out of the bag. Um, did you know you let yourself go? Yes. That's why I could not get mad. Like I couldn't get mad. I couldn't get mad. My pride was hurt. But it was like I knew already. I already had known. Like I said, we be knowing. Like we know when we gaining weight. We know when we let ourselves go. I didn't gain weight because I had a baby. I didn't get weight because I had a medical condition. I didn't gain weight because okay, I did gain weight because I injured my knee and I was on steroids, but I didn't know it was the steroids causing the weight. Like apparently, when you get on a steroid, it makes you hungry. Um, but even with being hungry, I had the worst diet in the world. You know what I mean? Like I was eating pizza every fucking day. I lived at Domino's. Like it was crazy. So it's like that wasn't an excuse. Um, that wasn't an excuse. I was still active. I was still going out. I was still hanging out. Like, so no, like I was on steroids for about a week. And I like, how did I gain 20 pounds? I didn't gain it in a week. I gained it over months. So it's like, it wasn't just that. That might have been what started it. But it was like, so anyway. So he told me the truth. I was like, you got me in my mind. I'm like, okay. No, I mean, out loud, I was like, okay. But in my mind, I was like, you got me fucked up. So I did lose the weight. But the point was, he had a temporary feeling in a moment. And he told me the truth about it. And we moved on from it. But what if I dismissed his feelings in that moment? Like you can't say that to me. Like why? Like what if I flipped it on him? Like you are wrong for saying this to me, even though it is true. You're wrong for telling me that you feel this way. It probably would have drilled those feelings in deeper. I think because I handled it well, it made him feel like kind of bad about it. Like I kind of don't feel that way about her. Like I realized I mean that's what he told me over time. It was just like I really like it wasn't it was like it was just a moment, and then it was like I don't really feel that way. Like I don't feel that way now. I might have felt that way in the moment, but so anyway. So what do y'all think about her story? We're talking about people that lose weight in a relationship and the relationship falls apart. So let's see what the people say. Okay. This is the type of man who will leave you if you get cancer or a debilitating illness. His attraction determines his love and respect, which means neither is permanent or guaranteed. He's showing you that. Don't forget it. Okay. Um, that's not what I got from it, but okay. Um, this is awful. Move on. If you gain weight again, or heaven forbid, get sick, he's gonna leave you. You are justified. I've had huge weight swings in my marriage, and my husband never treated me like shit. Okay. 100% justified. So the comments think that she's justified. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. I didn't get that from what I read, but this is all up for interpretation. I think that when your partner is honest with you about something and you dismiss them, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for resentment. You're setting yourself up for that person to resent you if they tell you how you feel and you ignore them. You're setting yourself up for that person to check out. It sounds like he checked, like I tried to tell her and she. So I don't feel like my partner's supposed to love me to 600 pounds. I don't feel that way. If you got with me at 200 pounds, I don't feel like I'm allowed to become 600 pounds and say, you're supposed. No, I don't feel that. I don't. Even in a marriage, I don't. I do not feel like. No, no, no. So no. Maybe we need to do a show on this because no, I don't feel like there's an unlimited amount of like how much you can let yourself go and your partner's supposed to just sit there and take it. Men are visual. Beauty and attraction are important. I think it's important to both people, but more so to men, yeah. More so to men. But looks do fade. So some men need to know like looks are going to fade. She's going to get stretch marks. She's going to, she's going to look older. Skin's going to sag, wrinkles are going to show. Those things that come with time, you learn to love those things like as they come. But like and you learn and you should love a person through weight gain, but when they make it clear that they're not willing to do anything about it, how could that not make you bitter? How are you wrong for being bitter that you told your partner how you felt about their appearance and they rejected your help and your opinion and your feelings? They rejected it, they shot it down. So now you checked out, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say. You're not trying to divorce because you're in it, right? I can't divorce her because she don't want to lose weight, right? How no. Do you think it's a man's job to say something? I think it's both people's job. I think it's our job. I let myself go in my relationship, in every relationship, including the last one. Like I let myself go in every relationship. Um, I would say Tommy handled it the best. So he got to see me at my starting weight of 200 when we first 210 when we first met, all the way up to 242. Never made me feel a type of way about it. Down to 180, whatever I am now. Never made me. But I will say he is more vocal. Like he has been more vocal about like, oh, I see what I see why I should have said something. Like now that I see you now and I see like how big you were before, I see why I should have been more proactive about saying something. So I think it's a partner's job to say something. You should say something. Do not let your partner go from 150 pounds to 300 pounds. Like you should say something to yourself and you should say something to them. And you should not dismiss them if they say something to you. That's just how I feel as a person that's been there when people said something and being with a person that didn't say anything. So I've had both experiences. You should say something because my feet would have got to moving a bit sooner, had the people in my life said something. Because, sometimes you need to be hurt a little bit to get your feet moving, to get sometimes you gotta feel bad, right? Not that a person should be emotionally abusive towards you or hurtful or mean, but just saying something to your partner is not by default being mean. Like, what is wrong with people? No, like that's weird. That's weird energy. So that was interesting. Thank you to Sunshine for pointing that out because I didn't know the divorce rates were higher. Um husband 30. Um wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Divorce. Ooh. After weight loss. Let's see. I'm gonna get out of here soon. Um, this is 12 years ago. Wow. Is divorce statistically more probable when one spouse loses weight? I've been reading around on the internet, and I found that the rates for divorce rise when one spouse loses a lot of weight. Um, so okay, so now what's your opinion? So now that we know that that's the case, what does that make sense? Or like you think people should stick it out? Is it fair? So the original question was two obese people in a relationship, two obese people. One person chooses to lose weight. Is it fair that the other person stays overweight? Like love is love. It's a marriage. I've already loved you while you were obese. Now that I'm no longer obese doesn't mean I can't love you anymore. So we got this. We sticking it out. How do y'all feel about that? When one person loses weight. I've been in relationships where I've had to say I'm concerned for your health, but I haven't made outright weight comments. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I always have the best approach, honestly, but I say something. It don't necessarily work, but I say something. I say something. I've told Tommy when I felt like he was gaining too much weight. Um, and when I say too much, like in a concerning way, because like when people work third shift, the weight comes on and it's almost like they don't even notice it because they work overnight, they're eating overnight, they're snacking overnight, they're drinking things overnight. And they come home and they sleep and then they're drinking and eating during the day. And it's like, so because I know what it feels like for someone to not say something, I do say something. And I know there have been times where he looked at me like, oh damn. And I'm like, what? You want me to not say nothing? You want me to not say anything? No. You saw what happened to me when you ain't say nothing? No, 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 no. But men is harder. Men it's harder to hurt their well, I mean, not that you can't hurt a man's feelings, but it's harder to get them to care about stuff like that. It's harder to get them to feel bad. Is that the reason? No. Is that the reason Tommy's walking 100,000 steps a day? No. He's a competitive nut that wants to be first in everything and wants to beat everybody and has a point to prove, which is to beat Morgan. Plus, he works. He works on his feet, so he cheats. He cheats. Okay, about while everybody's getting their beauty rests and their clavicle check rests. Okay, he's up walking and like throughout the night, so he cheats. He cheats. He goes to work at 11 p.m. and he's walking until 7 a.m. He cheats, okay? That's cheating. He should not be in the group if he's going to walk because that's his job. No, that's cheating. If they jeopardize your weight loss, that's a problem though. It'd be different if they supported you. I agree. Ooh, jeopardizing the weight loss. Jeopardizing the weight loss is crazy work. Hmm. I don't know. I haven't experienced that. I've experienced people not understanding that I need more support as far as like I need you to not engage in junk food eating around me. I've had that. And sometimes that can be sabotage, but they're not intentionally sabotaging. They don't understand why you can't just put the fork down. They don't understand food addiction. That's what it is. But when people purposely try to put stuff in your mouth, and when I say that, like they want you to be bigger, they want you to, then that's intentional sabotage. We aren't cheating. Y'all are cheating. Y'all, whoever works, if you know you walk on the job and you be on the app blowing people out of the water, you're a cheater. You're a GLP-1 weight loss cheater, and you're a walking cheater. You cheat, you lie, you steal. You're a liar. You're a cheater. You're a stealer. Okay. That's why I gave up. I didn't give up. I just physical weight training is exhausting. I'm so fucking tired. I'm tired. Like weight training essentially 5 days a week, even though two of those days is from home. It is fucking exhausting. I'm tired, guys. Guys, I'm tired. Guys, I'm tired. Why am I doing this when my mic is right here? Guys, I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. You're a bunch of cheaters. You are. Okay. You haven't heard that we're cheating for being on the GLP-1 already? Like you haven't heard that? So now y'all extra cheating. You know you gonna walk at work and you counting those as your steps. No. Go out for an intentional walk like everybody else. Count the 2,000 steps, not the 20,000. Not a GLP-1 cheater. Yeah, y'all are cheaters. Y'all. Not me, because I'm different. Not me, because I'm different. Okay. I hereby assert that yes, I'm on a GLP-1, but I am not a cheater. But you guys are cheaters. You're all cheaters. Okay. You didn't do it the natural way. Y'all suck. And that's just what the people say. So, remember that Jubilee episode was so good. What did y'all think about that Jubilee reaction with the fat versus fit or fat versus thin or whatever? And the girl was like, fuck no, I wouldn't take no weight loss drugs. You want to be able to see, like, yeah, I did that shit. And she was skinny. Gross. I mean, we're pro skinny, but like sometimes air is nothing, like it's just air in the head. At least I know I got fat brain cells. So it's not all air up there. Okay. I'm not trying to associate being skinny with being an airhead. I'm just saying I got something you don't got. Okay. Which is like, I know I got fat all up in here. So it's not like just a pocket of air. She was giving airhead. The skinniest person in the room talking about they won't take a GLP-1. Great. It's not for you. Thank you for leaving the supply for the rest of us. So there's not a shortage. Thanks. Great. Woman, lady, person, girl. I do want to do the male version of Jubilee. I don't know why YouTube took my live stream down. I mean, I know why they said, but like I don't know what in the moment, like what made them do that in the moment. But if y'all would like to go over the male version, which might actually be gross, we can do that. Actually, I have like 25 minutes left. Why not? Let's end the stream with Jubilee Is it Jubilee? Fat fit. Let's look at the men. Or what? Hold on. Now we got a couple options. Hold on. Let me let y'all choose. Hold on. Let me let y'all choose. We got a few minutes. I watched a Jubilee where they debated GLP-1 usage. Too many of the participants got on my nerves because they were speaking from a point of ignorance about GLP-1s. Of course, they all are. So do y'all want to do fit versus fat? This first one with the men. Is being overweight a choice? Body acceptance versus fitness. Fit versus fat. Is being fat a choice? Fit guys debate fat guys. I probably would pick this one because I know this one has a toxic influencer on the panel and he pisses me off. I didn't watch this, but I know the guy. Like he's so bad. He's so bad. I think I'm gonna go with this one. You couldn't finish watching the discussion. Yeah, if it's too ignorant, it's going to kill the vibe. It's going to kill the vibe. Okay, so this is being fat a choice? Fit guys debate fat guys. Okay, so we're gonna finish up. We're gonna finish up with part of this Jubilee. I'm gonna react to it. If they take the live stream down, we were ending anyway. Okay, I don't know if I was getting reported the last time or what happened, but yeah, they were being really really weird. All right. So if you haven't already liked the stream, I would definitely like some feedback on what you guys thought about tonight's stream. I know the decluttering is a little bit of a different type of mindset from what we usually talk about, but it is important. Okay, it may not seem important, but like make sure you are taking inventory of your life, people, work, physical things in your life digitally. Take inventory and get some of that up out of here before the new year. Don't wait until the spring and try to do one big haul. Okay, get some of that up out of your life. So let me know what y'all thought of the stream. Let's get into some of this Jubilee and then we will get out of here. No, why are you doing that again? Why are you making my life hard? Hold on, I don't like that. Hold on, it's doing that. Okay, let's see.
Gonna lose weight. Is it difficult? Yeah, it's very difficult to do because your metabolism is screwed up.
How come a salad is $45? We can get a whole big
in days. Our first prompt is fat people are ugly. If you agree, please step forward. Okay. And
oh shit, this is not even Jubilee. This is not even Jubilee. This is a different platform. Too late. We're already in it. We're already in it. Let's do it. We're already in it. We're already in it. And I got copyright struck for Jubilee last time, so maybe this one will be better.
Begin.
Well, I think that humans in general are pretty ugly. And so anything shy of physical perfection could be considered to be ugly. Fat people with tattoos aren't as ugly.
Please don't piss me off. I'm sorry. I might have to switch to a Jubilee one because I'm not familiar with this platform and it seems like they picked somebody that's just up here to act stupid. I'm gonna give them 2 more minutes. They better not piss me off, or I'm gonna switch to the Jubilee one.
I mean, it's a good point. No, in my opinion, like I definitely not agree. It have to be out of fashion. Like it's gonna be in fashion. Like when
I changed my mind, they pissed me off. They just got on my nerves. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna do Jubilee. Jubilee knows how to do this right. This fit guy here, he is very problematic. He's very problematic. The guy in the fresh and fit shirt. So bear with me. Bear with me.
Being fat is unacceptable because you control every.
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
I want to skip to the first prompt.
There's way worse stuff going on.
I understand that. No. And I've been way heavier than I am.
Our first prompt is...
Oh God, he's so annoying. He's one of those people that like will say whatever will trigger going viral. Oh God, I hate this guy, but I'm gonna get through it. Let's do this. Let's actually speed it up a little bit so we get through as much as possible. No, sweetie, you don't have to go. This is the men. They ain't talking about us. They talking about each other. Nope. We ain't got nothing to do with this, sweetie. We already watched the women go back and forth about fat versus fit. We gonna watch how these men address each other. He not talking about me. He talking about the guys, okay? That don't include us. Girl, sit back, get comfortable. He gonna piss y'all off. He's gonna piss y'all off because this man here, he will say anything. Everybody else I'm not familiar with, but let's see how these men feel about, what did we call it? Not skinny privilege, but fit privilege. Let's see how these men feel about fit privilege or fat phobia. Let's see. Let's see.
And think of as I just can't understand.
You can't.
No
500, 600, 700-pound people are still the minority. Do we really need to hinge our argument on them or their argument? No.
Assume that everyone has the same opinion though, because unfortunately,
if YouTube ends the stream abruptly, I'm not going to come back, but I will see you guys later this week. I love you all. And I'm just going to go ahead and say goodnight just in case they end the stream abruptly. I find this guy to be incredibly unattractive. I find him to be incredibly unattractive. Don't care how fit he is. That is not a good looking guy. That is not a good looking guy. He's correct. The guy on the end, the bigger guy is actually, the white guy's correct. The calorie counters, I won't even call them calorie counters. The calories in, calories out people. I don't want to say they're wrong. It's just that their context is wrong. I'm not going to go into it. It's just, if people say, because Ashley does this and it gets on my nerves, like, girl, Ashley, you're not a health coach. You're not a nutritionist. You're not a dietitian. Just stick to the level up advice and the fashion shit because you have a degree in fashion. She'll be like, a girl will come on there like, yeah, I'm working out. I'm making sure I'm counting my protein. I'm doing this. I'm supplementing this. She's like, you don't got to do all that. You're not a bodybuilder. Girl, just cut your calories. Tone up, tone up. And I'm just like, Ashley, shut up. Ashley, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I agree with telling the people to lose the weight, but you don't know what you're talking about as far as how to change your body composition. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, every trainer I have ever had, when I tell them I want to tone, they cringe. They're like, don't say that. That's not a real thing. They're like, if you want to put on muscle and lose fat, say that. Toning is not a real thing, right? So the people that be like, all you got to do is put yourself in a calorie deficit. It's like, so stupid. They never consider all the factors. Never. All they say is calorie deficit. That's all they consider. Hello, Teddy. I was wondering where you are. Hello, my beautiful Teddy. Hello, Teddy. Thank you for the compliment as well. Yes, the bigger guy is correct. The other guy is acting as if everybody is born the same body type and metabolism. He's so confidently wrong. But let's continue.
they've been put in a
I'm gonna have to agree, and I'm not bullshitting. That's not my impression. I don't blame people for feeling that way. I just naturally, that's not how I feel. Like, I don't see a obese or morbidly obese person, even on 600-pound life, and think like that they're gross. Even some of these people be gross because they do gross stuff, right? They don't take care of their hygiene. Some of them do, but some of them don't take care of their hygiene. Some of them, they may have like open sores or like a lymphedema or a growth or something that seems like icky, but their bodies don't necessarily bother me to the point of disgust. But I could see why people would feel that way. So I wouldn't necessarily argue with it. I wouldn't argue someone down like you shouldn't feel that somebody's disgusting. But it's just like, me personally, I don't naturally feel that way. I don't.
On the other side,
I don't find him to be disgusting, but I don't find his body to be attractive at all. He looks like somebody pumped him full of air. I don't like it, but it's not for me. It's for somebody else. Jen, I would agree with this in my current state, like in my current mindset shift, where I would have argued more. I would have pushed back against this more in the past. Jen says, in an ideal world, you want people to eat less and move more, but yes, it's more to it than that. I think that is a fair way to say it. We are, like I said recently, it is dawning on me that we do eat too much. I eat too much. I eat less than I did before. So I'm not gaining like a whole bunch of weight, but I still eat too much, right? So much so that I'm not losing weight as fast as I would like, but there's a million other factors. We should move more. I was more sedentary when I was gaining the weight. So yes, we should ideally eat less, move more, but I think the calories in, calories out people get too hung up on that, and they don't consider other factors that wouldn't even be like super far out there to even consider.
Let me cut you off, because here's one thing that you just said.
Yeah.
You have the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've.
I'm not a chubby chaser, but I think these guys are handsome. I do. They probably did this on purpose. They probably picked heavier guys that were like nice looking in the face. Oh, and like, you know, the fit guys that were kind of fugly. I feel like the fit guys are kind of fugly. Like they're not cute to me in the face, but they have nice, I guess, bodies. I don't find any of them to be attractive. I actually find the bigger guys, not because they're bigger, they're nicer to look at. They have nicer features. Like they have nicer, they have, I don't want to say prettier faces, but they're more handsome. Am I the only one that sees that?
Pass judgment on, and
like he looks better than all of the guys sitting across from him. He may not have the body type that's more attractive, but I find him to be a more handsome guy. I don't know. Now I gotta say, I be getting annoyed when, now on the other side, to be fair, when the obese people don't even want to start out with eat less, move more. I do get annoyed. I do get annoyed where they talk about so many other, both sides irritate me, right? Calories in, calories out, only focus on the calories. They don't focus on other aspects. But the obese people will make every excuse in the book to ignore eating less and moving more. Does that make sense? When the answer is really somewhere in the middle, like both sides could be right if they would take their heads out of their asses a little bit. The big muscular guy looks weird. His head is too small for his muscular body. His entire body isn't muscularly balanced. No, I don't think his muscles look they don't look real to me. They look cartoonish. Maybe he needs to lose more body fat for it to look better. They look puffed up. Like, I don't like puffy muscles. I don't like that.
no, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now,
he's defensive. I'm not gonna